hello everyone. Thank you for coming to see this ridiculousness that is a stream. I appreciate everyone coming out. Should be a good session. And I currently have my players muted so that you guys don't hear them. Wanted to thank you for being here. Gonna be a little bit more difficult for me to interact with the chat, but still feel free to say stuff. I will at least read it. But let's see how this goes, shall we?
In this server that we don't have.
That's
So can I.
garbage.
What?
We're talking about Twitch or Discord Nitro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what it does, but other than lets you use emotes from other channels.
Yeah, it lets you use emotes like your thing can. I don't know, it's weird.
Because we've amassed a collection of them through this semester of comp sci Zoom.
Fair. Okay, so as always, first things first. Brian,
Yes.
in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, do you see a button-looking thing that says Sabbath's Sword of Slaying on Roll20?
Bottom left corner. No.
God damn it!
Although I see it's a bit different in my character sheet.
Yeah. Wait, what do you see in your character sheet? Anything that says?
It's just like it's instead of being under the normal like section of the weapons, it's under something called Global Damage Modifier.
Let me click this real quick.
What the hell?
Also, I now have 2 charges with the sword. I don't know if that's a mistake.
Yeah, you do, because you killed the kobold.
Oh, but I did that with the Dwarven Thrower, unfortunately.
Oh, that's awkward. Whoa,
If you want, I could just bump that back down.
They must have updated the character sheets or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's the money's in a different area as well.
Yeah. That's not what's supposed to be happening. You are supposed to have a
Chromancy.
macro. This is really annoying. I worked really hard on that macro.
Roll for necromancy.
Actually, hold on. Let me check one more thing. So I forget if you guys see that. Yeah, you do. Okay, so Brian, the thing left to the cogwheel in the top right-hand corner. Do you see that?
To the left of the cogwheel. Wait, is it on the character sheet or? Actually, I don't.
No. On the actual like Roll20 screen.
There's macros. Yeah, I see.
Macros.
Ah, yes, in bar.
Yeah, so check that for me.
There we go.
And you see
I did it.
Dude, let's try it. Oh fuck, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
all right, well that works then.
Automatically does that for you. You're welcome.
Shit.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Thank you very much. You're the best.
You're welcome. And
Can I say except I killed you?
If the players want to know the other patch notes I did 2 weeks ago, feel free to read the message that's most recent in Discord. I did a whole bunch of stupid ass shit that really makes you guys a lot stronger, and I'm kind of upset about it. But anyway...
Would you ever be upset about that?
Because you guys are already strong.
You don't want your players to be strong?
No, of course I do. I just don't want you guys to be strong.
Fuck.
I just want to say that in one of my server emotes, I have one called "Oh My Poggies."
I might be a little bit louder just to let you guys know. I'm trying with a couple of things.
I really hate that that's knowledge I know now.
Hopefully
that something exists that's called "Oh My Poggies." I hate it so much.
Don't worry, I can't use it because I don't have Discord Nitro.
Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so on to the session. Well, we know what happens every start of every session. Everyone roll a d20 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. If I was Thaurok, I'd crit. F you, Truman.
Technically, I think that's only for attack rolls.
True.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
a joke.
Ryan, last time on D&D.
Ready. We took the magic circle to well, first we visited Manny's and bought some crap. Unwittingly selling one of our only lifelines against the white dragon that we didn't know we were going to be fighting.
That's
But
that's one thing. If you can, try to do a little bit more detail than normal, just since we have some new people watching.
yes. All right. So what we do? I don't really remember what we bought or sold there.
Shopping episode. We sold something that would have been incredibly useful coming up.
Yeah. The
I bought a ring
freaking
of protection.
A ring of level 5 spell storing.
I think I got some mithril plate armor, and that was about it. Right. And then we took a magic circle to Jodorm after Lance pissed off the person there, but it's fine. Then we hung out, helped with the festivities, and then we participated in the festivities. Motherfucking Feloran won the hay throwing contest again.
Log throwing.
Humiliating Thaurok for the first time that night. Some kobolds attacked halfway through the festival, which we promptly kicked the shit out of.
That's putting it
Then we went back. Feloran decided to go heal the mayor, was it?
The mayor's father.
Mayor's
Who was the
father.
previous mayor.
Gotcha. Yep. Who was afflicted with something.
Magic
And,
disease.
And then Lance proceeded to humiliate Thaurok for the second time that night by beating me in a drinking contest. So, yeah. And then we were about to leave for Jodorm when some people came up to us, asked where we were going. We mentioned where we were going. And there's like, oh yeah, that place has a white dragon in it, doesn't it? And we're like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have sold that plate mail with cold resistance. That was dumb of us. And that's where we are.
So, yes, so where we left off, you were about to head out from Jodorm to Tringbury, which is Turmyr's hometown. And speaking of Turmyr, how about we have everybody just do a quick introduction of the characters for the new viewers so that they kind of know what's going on.
Any?
Feloran, do you want to start us off?
Give me a second. I literally did type up a thing, but I need to find it. I sent it to Zach yesterday.
That's why I was like, do you want to start us off? Because I figured you'd have it, like, up and prepared.
I mean, I can pull it. I just didn't feel like pulling my laptop.
That's fair. I mean, you can just look at it in the,
Oh yeah, while he's doing this, Zach,
That's what I'm trying to find.
would it be possible for me to shift alignment-wise more to a true neutral?
No.
Would that be applicable for me more?
Not currently.
Okay.
I know...
You?
Not
Neutral?
currently.
That's fine.
Okay.
Or I would maybe good in there at some point. I don't know.
So, my character is Feloran Venerath, a young Triton and middle child of 3 brothers, the son of Javnos Venerath, the ruler of the underwater kingdom of Nephthys. From birth, he is given the rare gift of magic from a sea goddess called Umberlee. He's used his natural intellect and curiosity to enhance his limited amount of magic by building gadgets and machinery to replicate spell effects. At the age of 25, after years in the military, him and his mechanical owl homunculus named Macro made the same journey as his grandfather many years ago to the surface to learn and study about the world up there. Hoping to one day be a fitting ruler of the kingdom and its people, he first joined the Warpguard to learn and do some good while traveling. But after our main enemy, the Dragon's Fang, used his older brother to try to take over his homeland, this is now a much more personal mission to destroy them.
And Feloran is played by loving compatriot Brady.
Yeah.
And just for a little bit of background, the group that they are traveling in, they call themselves the Warpguard. That's the name, if you would. That's their group's name. And the primary antagonist of this is a large group of very powerful people known as the Dragon's Fang. But
even at this point, we don't know like what they're really doing. We just know they're bad people up to some bad stuff.
Yeah, they've been fucking shit up all over the shop.
very true. But that will bring us to Lance.
Oh, I guess if it wasn't really stayed clear, my character is a Triton and an Artificer.
Ah, yes, that's important.
Yeah.
Yes, always important details. But if we can, on to Lance.
Lance Wolfsbane was raised in a household with both his parents and his sister, but as he reached into his adolescence years and hit his teen years, his parents were taken from him, and he was left to protect and care for his sister. As he continued on, some of his talents from his home region, I should say, came into use, and the Dragon's Fang would take his sister hostage and force him to act as a scout for them and learning the areas around them, which resulted in his sister's death when he refused to commit murder for them. Now, his main goal is to seek retribution against the Dragon's Fang, and, in turn, avenge his sister. Is that...
So, do you want to just say your race and class as well?
Yeah, Lance is a shifter of the wolf variety, so he has very pale skin, his eyes are that of a wolf's, and he stands at about 7 feet tall, and he is a rogue scout and a beginner blood hunter, or level 1 blood hunter.
And Lance is played by our mischievous companion that we call Mike.
That's not his real name, we just call him that.
Correct. But on to Turmyr, or Truman.
My character's name is Turmyr Soul. He is a half-orc paladin. As a child, he was orphaned at a temple of Tyr with no sign of who he could belong to. And from then, he was raised as a paladin devoted solely to Tyr. And until one day where he left the temple, met up with a forge cleric named Caldrim, who is no longer in the party, and they started adventuring together until reaching Hero City, where we joined up with the rest of the party here.
That was Jodorm City. Turmyr.
Yeah, okay, Jodorm.
Let's do. No. And as I said, that is Turmyr, and he is played by our lovable goofball Truman.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, or Thaurok, if you would.
Yes, my character's name is Thaurok Crowd Pleaser. He is a Goliath and a fighter who originates from a part of the Besnian Empire called the Rockstorm Mountains. There, he helped create a arena which he fought in for quite some time until he eventually decided to look for opponents elsewhere and became a traveling gladiator of sorts who's been all over and through different countries until exactly 1 year ago now, actually, during the festival in Jodorm, where the Dragon's Fang, we had our first encounter with them, and they kicked the shit out of us, kind of. And so now he is part of the Warpguard, trying to, defeat them and just sort of prove to himself that he can take on anybody.
Yes, and as I said, that was Brian, our lovable goofball number 2, and he plays Thaurok.
I'm lovable.
Of course. And I'll just, for a little bit of overview, they are, actually, let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. So, they are on the world of Minerva. That is the, material plane. That's what they called the material plane, is Minerva. And I'll just see if I can do this without screwing everything up. How about that? Does that sound good? I think that sounds good.
That would be ideal, yes.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's good to mention as well for my character that his powers have been kind of messing up because something happened with his temple.
Yes.
Yes.
That is cool.
Why we are going to Tringby.
Yes. So.
Speaking of important things for characters.
I
was gonna say,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My sister was found to be. I at least have heard rumor that my sister is alive and being held by the Dragon's Fang.
Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up, but I forgot.
Yeah.
So just to let the viewers know, so they are currently in Jodorm, which is this city right here. This is the Rockstorm Mountains, where Thaurok is from. And was mentioned, and they are heading to Chromatic, and just that's kind of the entire region. But Chromatic down here, it's a very small town, not incredibly big, but the people in it are lively and kind. So the way that we're going to start this session, something we've been doing a little bit more recently, is we have I've been ending all of these sessions on this kind of cinematic cliffhanger almost, so that everyone's excited for the next session. And the most recent cliffhanger was as they were heading out the town, the residents of this town knew them. They were very happy to see them again, but sad to see them go, but still wish them the best. One of them asked where they were heading, to which they responded that they would be heading to Tringbury, investigate what's going on there. And the one of the townsfolk said, "Well, haven't you heard? There's this giant white dragon sitting atop Tringbury." And that is where we left off. But as I said, we're going to pick up with the downtime that they have, so that if they want to do any shopping or want to collect anything, try to do small things. It doesn't slow down the session or anything, but it doesn't take, but they still have the chance to do it, and it doesn't take up too much time.
Mm.
So, with that being said, who has things they'd like to do?
I believe Feller and I were
yeah.
looking to potentially work together to brew some cold resistance potions.
Okay.
Experimenting with some of the frostbite given to me by the Goliaths.
Yes. So who's going to take lead on that?
I guess I will.
Okay. So
I'm proficient with alchemist supplies.
You are an alchemist.
Yeah.
I am also an alchemist proficient.
Yeah, but that's his subclass. His subclass is literally
True.
alchemist.
Yeah.
I will be your assistant, Feloran.
So I will say, because you're being assisted, you are gonna have advantage on this roll, and then I'm also gonna lower the DC a bit since you are an alchemist.
Should I roll the alchemist supplies?
Yes, please. Okay.
There we
And
go.
it really came in
Clutch.
to help you right there. It was so. How much string bleed do you have? Or I'm sorry, not
Frostbite?
string bleed. Frostbite, yes.
I have 20 pieces of it on me,
Okay.
or 20 like
Oh,
individual like doses.
So, then I think. Let me see if I was smart. I was not. That's really annoying when I'm not smart. That. Not that.
If we can make more than one of this, that would be really good.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make sure that I don't forget any of this.
Because like I said, I could make the boosts of the Winterland, but they may not be the best option because they require attunement. And
They do, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I technically can't make them unless we level up.
Yes, that's true. But using I'll say 1 dose of frostbite. What actually started happening was you were going to try to use kind of the root to I'm sorry, you were going to try to use the leaves that and powder them to make the potion. However, Lance suggested using the root instead, as the leaves might be using something like that would make you vulnerable to cold. However, using
Jesus
the
Christ.
root itself, that makes 1 potion of cold resistance for 10 minutes.
I would think we would probably make like a batch of like 4 or so. Is a fair amount normally.
That's
Probably could do that. I mean, I am just cold resistant, being a Triton, so I don't need any of that.
Really?
Yes.
Deal with it. We would probably make a batch of like 4 or so, or I would think, in a vial. I mean, how many vials are in a set? 8?
in a set, there's 8, yes.
Yeah, so like half a set of them would be probably about what I would make.
Then you gotta roll some more. This took about an hour to do, just to let you know, making 1 potion.
Okay.
We have, you said we have a few days of downtime here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
there's
did you
2
say
or
to
3
roll
days.
again?
It's gonna be a
advantage
roll
still?
for each potion. If Lance is still helping you.
I am happily helping him make potions.
Okay.
All right.
So,
The-
this one, while you still make the potion, it did take you a little bit longer than expected. You do still have the potion of cold resistance for 10 minutes. This one took you about 2 hours to do, though.
All right. Then number 3. Jeez.
After spending upwards of 2 to 3 hours, either this dose that you're trying to use is lost its potency, or something got messed up with it. You're not exactly sure, but this is not making a proper potion, but that does still use the dose.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 2. Okay, so I guess we can still try to make a third. Can we still try to make a third one?
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Once again,
Better.
it takes you about 2 hours to do, but you do make a
Yes.
cold resistant potion. You can try to make a 4th as well, like again, just that dose was used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Let's say 3 should be fine. Maybe we can try again.
We could try
Another
again a
time
later
if we
date.
need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be ideal? I have some other lovely herbs. We could probably make either healing potions, or I do have this. I believe you called it lion's bark, which would increase one's strength.
Could be useful.
Yeah,
Rather me or Turmyr.
true. What kind? You said what? This will increase the strength.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I guess we can try to do that then.
Might be good to have for Turmyr as a backup since his magic's not working so well at the moment.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's a good idea.
I also have 20 segmented portions of this.
Just to let you know that so, do you have the belt on, crewman? The belt
Yes.
of giant strength? So that magically sets your score, so that can't be changed. Just to let you know.
Well, you cut out at the end. What did you say?
You have,
It's a Discord.
yeah, that's magically setting your strength score. So, or do you have it equipped?
I do have it equipped
I'm on
because
Thaurok,
my
that's
strength
why-
my strength is at +5.
Yeah, so it's set to the 21. So what the Lion Spark does, it will increase your score to the even score for 1 minute, but because your strength score is magically set to 21, it won't increase it to 22.
Then I guess there's no point to waste time doing this.
Yeah. Also, my strength is
Unless-
already at 18.
Unless Thaurok could use it.
Benefit.
I think Thaurok's at 18 too.
Yeah.
Limit check. Where it is. Yes. Because that
Alright.
damn book, you crap.
I
Then I
don't know
suppose we
what
should-
you're talking about.
Hmm.
Alright,
Then I
well,
suppose we should hold off.
yeah, I think we'll go with potions. If anything, something I want to do is go talk to Madame Linnell's father, the mayor that we healed up yesterday.
That can be done. So you
I guess I was just gonna say if anybody else wanted to go along, I was going to talk to Madame Linnell's father.
Hmm.
He may know something about the town and something about Sabbath.
Might be a good idea. Now that I know that we're going to be fighting a winter dragon, I might try and go to any local equipment shop, see if they have anything for cold. You know. Time for that after, or should I come with you? I don't know. Do you want an escort?
Well, we're gonna be here for a few days, so we have
Okay.
plenty of time for anything.
Sure, I'll tag along.
Will as well, I suppose.
Turmyr.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you four make your way towards his abode, and proceed. You see him still in bed. He's still not, nearly at 100%. However, he is, taking deeper breaths. He is, he has more color in his skin again. You can see that he's clearly in better shape than he was 24 hours ago. He sees you come in and goes, "Oh, hello. Oh, how can I be of service to you all?"
Well, did we get his name?
Did you get his name? That is a
It was
good
just-
question.
Might just be like Mr. Linnell. I just wrote down Madame Linnell's father.
I don't. You might not have. His name would be Heimel.
Heimel. Alright.
That's not how you spell it. That's how you spell it.
Oh, okay.
Hymil. Heimel.
Heimel, it's good to see that you're up and feeling much better.
Yes. I feel significantly better. What can I do for you all?
I just had we had some questions. You were mayor for quite some time in this city, right?
Yes.
So
Probably about 50 years or so.
the city is what, like 100 something,
Yeah.
couple 100 years old?
A little bit over 100 is
Okay.
what you would have your best guess at.
So we're trying to research the founding of this city, but it seems like many of the books about that were destroyed recently in a fire.
Oh, yes, when the library was burnt last year. Yes. So, I do know quite a deal about this city, though. If you have questions, I would probably be your best bet.
Um, was How was the city founded? We know it was helped along by the wizard Sabbath,
Who?
but
I'm sorry, I'm not
Well,
familiar
what-
with that name.
Guess
I-
that's not
why don't
common
you
knowledge
tell
here.
us the story of the foundation of the city?
All
Maybe
right.
there's a difference between the truth and what people are told.
That I can do. Well, from what I remember, about 150 years ago now, there was this very bright boy who, one day after traveling in this desert for miles, just decided to sit down, took some of the resources that he had brought along him on his trip, and well, he just started making things. Eventually, he pitched a tent, and another traveler found him, and he showed what he could do, and that had more people coming and seeing what he could do, and it almost became almost like a circus act, but of one person, as he was making these great items that nobody had ever seen before. And eventually, he had quite a crowd just stuck around him, and they had decided, well, if we are to stay here, we might as well make a name for this place. They had settled on Jodorm back when it was just tents. However, this young boy, he continued with his intelligence. He kept learning, and eventually he was able to create his machines out of just thin air. And it is through that Jodorm was started. It got its systems up and running, you could say. Towers were much more easily built. There was these tubes underneath the ground that could carry water from one place to another. It was quite a bit, and he stayed here for maybe 10 years, making sure that everything would run smoothly in his absence. And then one day, no one saw him again. However, the town grew, and more people came. People have done their best to copy his work to make sure that everything stayed working. Whew. And he kind of like leans against the desk that he's at for just a moment and goes, well, people did their best, and a lot of us have just been trying to make sure that it's as good as we can get. But that is all that I know.
Well, thank you for that. So there's nobody really knows the identity of the person that started this town?
No, from what I understood, he never really gave out his name. A few of the residents called him the Eternal. But I'm not exactly sure why. If that was a title, if that was just something that he preferred.
Mm.
Would there be possibly anybody in the town who was there and had seen his face? Is there
Oh,
anybody still alive now?
I fear not. Anybody that would know him is long gone, I feel.
Oh no, should we share what we know?
I want to just take out the book and see if he like recognizes it from the library. This is one of the ruined books that I found while searching the library yesterday, and I wanted to know if you can recognize it or know any way to fix it.
Oh, yes! Yes, this is where I actually learned that story from. I read this book often, and I learned the name The Eternal from word of mouth around the town, but this is where I got most of that information from. I'm sorry, I'm not very adept in the ways of magic or restoration of things when things are broken like this. It's beyond what I can do. I'm very sorry.
It's fine. It was still worth the shot of asking, I always say.
Oh, I suppose so.
You suppose, given enough time, you could transcribe something fairly accurate?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I read that book. And I need to make sure that this city is still... I need to make sure that this city is still in good shape. It's still one of my duties.
So, hopefully you'll be in full working order soon and not be stuck in this bed.
Oh, I hope. I hope. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? You've done quite a service for me in my city. Anything you need, I'd be more than happy to do my best.
Got any spare dragon slaying weapons laying around? That would be very helpful.
Spare dragon slaying weapons?
I don't know, just something big and sharp.
I don't believe I would have anything that would rival what you might own.
Would you happen to know, who is Joe Dorm's leading proprietor in large spiky objects?
Well, that would be, Lynette.
Thank you very much.
She has a shop.
And, where might we find this shop?
Well, I'm sorry to say I don't know if you will.
Oh dear.
What happened?
Well, it wasn't exactly saved.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Isn't that just very convenient for... If first we're looking for information on people, libraries burned down, now we're looking for good weapons, and that place is burned down as well. Any other particularly important buildings that unfortunately no longer exist?
a couple of the barracks, the quarry that we used,
How do you burn down a quarry?
it wasn't burnt, it was more destroyed. The mechanisms of it that would carry the rocks up for us are out of order, and we haven't been able to fix it quite yet.
Hmm.
The Apothecary, he had some hard times. I haven't heard from him in a while. However, I've also been in bed for a while. Oh, I do hope that he's okay.
I'm
I'll
sure
have to
he's
check
doing
on-
alright.
I'll have to check on him sometime soon.
Yes, did you find out what was wrong with our friend here? What ailed him? How were you able to cure it?
Oh, it was.
It was a magical
Yeah,
illness.
I was just. Would I know the exact spell that you said? I know you told me, but would I, in character, know?
Yeah, I think
It was.
you rolled for that.
Yeah, I
It
did.
was very.
I found out that it was magical in nature.
Yeah, it was a very, I think, powerful use of. Was it like the infestation curse or
Contagion,
spell?
I think.
I don't remember. I know I asked, even I still
Yeah,
forgot.
I'm pretty sure it's contagion.
Contagion, yeah.
Let me just double
It
check.
was a,
Right? That's the one that I'm thinking of.
it was a
Yes,
very
contagion.
powerful curse spell that caused him to be sick.
Then I hope we never have to go up against such magic again. One or two such encounters have been more than enough, and I fear more will come.
Is there a magic equipment shop in this town?
That would be Lynette's.
Ah,
Fortunate.
not anymore.
I'm very sorry.
It was out of your control, my friend.
I want to ask a question. Do you have any books pertaining of monsters, preferably dragons?
Not personally.
Could probably go ask again at the library I went to yesterday.
You could search the library that apparently Feloran went to yesterday.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. And then I'll just like start walking towards
Okay.
the door.
Well, can I be of any other services?
I think you've answered plenty of our questions now, so I think we'll be off for now.
Well, I only wish you the safest of travels.
I bid you that you get well.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm feeling better already.
No doubt.
Let's get out of here.
I just gotta start holding my breath as he starts hacking out the lung. Just
Catherona.
Well, we
Sorry.
hope to see you at next year's festival.
So, I'm sure you will.
Good.
Thaurok, how much gold do you currently have?
Let's take a look. See. This is 5,000-ish.
Would you do us with that goal? Would you go find us some diamonds?
Diamonds.
With
All right.
fighting a dragon, being
Yes.
is a possibility, and we'll need a
Yeah.
few. We need a couple diamonds worth 300 gold, so that me and Turmyr can revive anyone just in case we do die.
Certainly.
And-
Definitely a worthy cause.
yes, I would hope you avoid that though.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
of
let's
course.
avoid it at all costs, but just in case.
I'd rather have them and not need them, than need them and not have them.
Would I be aware if the Earth's Heart root consumed by itself heals you, or does it have to be prepared a specific way?
It has to be prepared.
Okay. That was the whole question.
There's a quick side thing on it to do while they're shopping in at the library. I want to cast Identify on the arrow of dragon slaying that we have, just so I know like exactly what it does.
Oh yes, we did have that, didn't we?
Let me do...
Because I know what it is by title, I just don't know like what it'll do if used. Creature belonging. The creature must make a DC 17 con saving throw, taking an extra 6d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Once it deals its extra damage, it becomes a non-magical arrow. Okay, that last part's good to know.
Neato.
And I'm
Yes.
shite, what was I thinking? I just lost my entire train of thought on that.
Real quick, arrows. They, I'm assuming, technically don't have the thrown property.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just thinking, like, because that would fucking suck if I take a shot with the arrow and miss.
Well,
Don't miss.
it wouldn't necessarily break, and because it doesn't hit the creature, it doesn't become non-magical.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, but
theoretically, you
that's-
could go retrieve it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 rounds fucking running 200 feet away to grab the arrow.
Don't
That's what
I
miss.
mean, I am proficient
Fair.
with bows, so I could
mean,
probably.
yeah, I have
we could
my
go-
crossbow too. Actually,
Can that go in a crossbow? I thought
what I
crossbows
was
was
just-
something else.
would it?
No, it would not fit in a crossbow.
Okay,
Eh.
so it would.
We'll have to pick up a bow then.
Yeah, I don't think.
Martial
I
weapons
can...
include all bows too, correct?
Say that again.
Martial weapons
Yes, you get
can
you get both.
bows. I
I am proficient with simple weapons. I don't know what that is.
Thaurok,
So
if you-
I
like-
could you get a short bow.
I could wield
Actually-
a longbow if you would prefer. I am
You probably would be the
I mean, if you don't
Probably
have
would be
any
best.
long-range weapons, it'd probably be good for you to have one anyway, just in case. Even I have my crossbow.
typically I rely on closing the gap and then avoiding anything until I get in close.
I've noticed, but it's always good to have a backup plan,
Indeed.
especially when fighting a dragon. So, where are we stopping first? To get, shall we stop to get the diamond first, and then possibly pick up Turmyr in case he wants to purchase something as well whilst we're looking at weapons?
While you purchase the diamonds, I could try and find Lynette and see if she's still in the town since we heard her shop was destroyed.
Yeah, is there much of a place to buy? Well, maybe there is still a weapons shop in town. Just because the biggest one was destroyed doesn't mean they're all gone.
But Lynette might have magical weapons that might be useful.
That's true. You can, yeah, might as well go find.
Imagine it's not easy to destroy solid metal weapons, and possibly even more so if they're magical. So,
For
Fingers
shop
crossed.
I don't know where she is, unfortunately.
yes. Sure, we can ask around. She
That's
had
actually what
such
I was
a
planning on doing while you bought diamond.
I
exactly.
guess I'll go with Lance and we can look for that stuff. Thaurok,
Alright.
you go search for diamonds. Turmyr goes to the library for info on dragons.
Are you
Sure,
sure?
sure,
I might
right.
get swindled. I might need somebody here to make sure that the diamonds I'm getting are the right one, because I don't know anything about gems.
Alright,
That's
how about
True. I guess I should go with to make sure they're the right kind.
Feloran? How about we both accompany Thaurok and then we can hopefully find this Lynette sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
Alright.
So for purposes of expediting,
Good.
you're going to get diamonds.
Yes.
Okay. So for Revivify, Feloran would know that you need diamonds that amount to 300 gold.
Mhm.
So how much are you spending on diamonds? Are you getting one set? Are you getting two sets?
I'd say let's get.
Possibly like
At
one per
least
person, maybe.
two. At least 2 for one per person, preferably 4 if we would need them at max.
Yeah, if we can get 4, then we might as well get 4.
Okay. And then how? And we're expediting, so we will assume that it's divvied up. But how are you divvying it up? 2 to Feloran, 2 to Turmyr?
That's what I was thinking.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because one can always revive the other if it's needed.
Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure.
So that'll cost 1,200 gold. then?
Yes.
We didn't get swindled.
They have a pretty decent market for gems. So.
Yay.
Now, can we find Lynette?
Yes. After some time, you can find Lynette. Once again, expediting. She says, "Oh yes, of course I am back in business." As you see, like part of the small shop that she has recently built, like the half of the roof or like a plank of the roof just like comes leaning down and hits a wall and goes, "Shit." What can I do for you?
Do you have any longbows?
Yes.
Do you have them with enchantments?
No.
Any other sorts of bows with enchantments?
No. I have not been able to acquire such materials to enchant my weapons.
That's quite right. We can take the non-enchanted ones, but
Yeah.
worth asking.
I understand. It's just been tough to get back up on my feet since people only want enchanted items, but I can't get enchanted items if I do not have the funds to enchant them.
Of course, don't you worry.
So, I'm sorry, what was that? A longbow you said?
That would be preferable.
Well, that can be arranged, and that would cost you, as she checks her ledger, that would cost you 60 gold pieces.
What would it take to, enchant such a weapon? And how rapidly could you have it done? Say, 1 or 2 days' time?
That depends on the kind of enchantment you'd like added to it.
I would prefer just it being more powerful. I'm trying to convey like a +1 or +2 type weapon.
Okay.
For as much as she could do.
I could put a basic enchantment on it in about a day. Anything more than that would take a bit longer.
How long for, say, a +2 or a more advanced enchantment?
That would take about a week for a +2.
How long are we staying here, boys?
Just a couple days, so should probably just stick with a +1.
Yeah.
Yep, +1.
Really?
How much would it cost for the basic enchantments?
Well, for me to get the materials, get them to my shop as soon as I can, in the time allotted, and the work put into enchantment, that would come up to about 200 gold.
That's a fair amount. I'd say as I just drop 200 gold.
Alright then, much appreciated.
There may be a lovely bonus in it if you get it done faster.
She doesn't. She can't.
Or
A single gold.
I was thinking more like 25 or so, if she could.
She can't.
Yeah. If not, fear not. I'm not overly worried.
Alright. So, you can mark a +1 longbow in your character now.
Alrighty.
And then we will switch over to Turmyr at the library.
Okay, so I suppose I will try to find some sort of library attendant.
Okay. Easily enough, there is one older-looking human fellow standing at like this sort of counter, just kind of looking around at like bookshelves that are like half destroyed and like filled as much as they can with as many books as they're like, hey, look at these books. They're not completely destroyed.
I'll walk up to him and say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for any books relating to monsters, if you have any."
Oh yes, quite a few. Any monster in particular?
dragons?
Oh, yes, very common read. Lots of people are fascinated by them in this town. And kind of just points you over towards an aisle and goes, would you like me to accompany you?
Sure. Sure, why not?
Alright, so he comes out from the counter and kind of leads over to this aisle, and you can see some of these books look like if you touched them, they would just fall into ash. But they're full, so that's why they're on these shelves. It's very clear to you. They're desperately trying to look like they are still as functioning as possible. And he kind of comes over and goes, dragons, you say? And he goes to reach for one book, and he starts to pull it, and the cover just comes clean off. And he goes, oh, this is the wrong book. And he puts the cover back on, and grabs one of the books nearby, and just goes, here you are. Handle it delicately.
Thank you very much, and I will. And then I just want to, like, start fingering through the pages trying to find something on white dragons.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
And you know what? I would like to use my Oculus of Truth for this.
In which case you get an advantage.
Yay.
Holy
Hey.
fucking shit.
Excellent use of that.
Perfect timing.
You guys get the best rolls I've ever seen. That's... Okay, so...
Best and worst rolls, no in between.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, really.
So you are aware that white dragons are chaotic evil. They are here to cause terror. They don't want people to be happy. They want to be happy, and that's all they care about.
I feel like you're kind of stereotyping, but okay.
We might not be talking
Well,
these ones
I know, I'm kidding.
Okay,
I feel stereotyped.
good. They are very primal. They go for the hunt. That is their... That's what they focus on the most. Hunting and killing. They don't really care, how difficult it is. They are convinced that they are going to be what wins. Now, that's not to say if, a stronger dragon were to come by, they wouldn't try to hunt that, but they would, they are still very primal. They enjoy the chase, and then they enjoy winning the chase. So if they're not going to win, they're not going to hunt it. They are also relatively hardy. It can take a little bit more to bring them down. And they are not the most intelligent. They're not necessarily dumb. They can, they would still be able to speak and whatnot. But they are not as intelligent as some other dragons that you know of.
Okay, now, would I know about the wildlife around the city? around the temple?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, are there things like would it be stupid? Would they be stupid enough to mistake a deer for something a pile of meat formed to look like a deer?
You're not sure. That kind of varies more towards the dragon.
Okay.
Because in general, dragons are very intelligent. It's just these dragons are not necessarily as intelligent as, on the spectrum of dragons, they're dumb. On the spectrum of humans, or on the spectrum of normal, they're just a little bit, they're just barely not as smart.
Okay. Lance, I'm gonna need your help on this one.
And I'll say, you guys meet up and speak about this.
I suppose there's no bartering with this fellow to leave you, or your temple. So what do you need from me?
I you to make the strongest poison anyone has ever seen. Or at least strong enough to kill a dragon of this size.
Well,
I suppose I could start trying to do so.
I mean, we could probably work together to make something again.
Yes,
well,
that
you
would
have
probably
quite
be more
some.
ideal.
What are you thinking of? You're thinking like, is this just to code our weapons, or do you have something
Well-
in mind?
Well, since I know about the wildlife surrounding the temple,
Hmm.
my plan is to get enough meat to form something like a sculpture. Hide the poison inside the sculpture and put it before the dragon while it is sleeping, and hopefully the dragon will eat it.
Hmm.
Do you think a dragon, even a stupid one, is foolish enough to not question random meat showing up, alive or dead?
We can't exactly have just a regular deer stumble out there full of poison.
A regular deer would be dead, full of poison.
Yeah.
At
We need
least one is strong to kill one.
We needed something to house the poison.
They, like, just put it in like a sort of like a bag, and then just sort of sew it into its stomach lining like a drug mule.
I
Oh
think
God.
I think that this idea would have more merit if we were dealing with a dumber creature. What happens if he freezes it? I mean, the poison would take much longer to act then,
True.
because a frozen poison would have to thaw, melt, and then get digested and processed. And then we have to hope that this beast, which you yourself told us was a rather hearty one, is still susceptible to the poison.
Zach, did I read anything about its kind of hunting habits as well?
Just that, it enjoys the chase and then enjoys winning the chase. So, it's not. There weren't too many specifics because, the more specific you get, it becomes more towards the specific dragon and not the type of dragon.
So, we need to weaken this thing somehow. We can all agree on that.
Well, Lance, I believe you had some herbs from the rocks or mountains, specifically something called ice tongues. Looking at the effects of that, that could certainly be useful.
You're correct, but again, how do we...
You could. I mean, you just picked up a bow. You could coat some of the arrows in poison.
That would be a rather small amount. And we'd reveal our position, most likely to hit it.
Well, if we all coat our weapons in it, perhaps if we hit it enough, it'll just start taking effect. Possibly. If it
I
doesn't
mean,
all out
we'd-
paralyze it, maybe it'll at least slow it down. Give us a better chance.
that would be better than trying to outright kill it with a poison. Feloran and I could certainly try and make a go of it.
Well, well at least try to weaken it to a point of it being a bit easier for us.
I'm telling you, unless we have it coated on our weapons, then I'm fairly certain we would only be able to coat one poison on our weapons and have it still remain potent. And for how long is another question. Would I be aware of how long like a poison would last when coating a weapon?
Either
Boy,
until sheathed or until used.
Okay.
Or past like a minute.
is it good for like a certain number of hits or
It's one hit.
one hit? Ah.
I mean, if we coated arrows in it, it would be potentially useful, but I don't foresee us being able to have a poison ready too effectively unless we knew exactly where it was and
I will also say that poison arrows, if you coat arrows in poison, they can be sheathed once again.
Yeah.
But something like a sword, you would not be able to.
So since we're planning on having you shoot the dragon with like one arrow anyway, perhaps we could have you shoot him with multiple arrows.
I could certainly try. Yes. Do you care about ammunition? Like,
Yes.
okay, then I would say that while I was there, I would buy several arrows.
Okay. How many? Several.
Several for me is probably about. Well, I have a bag of holding, so it doesn't really matter how many I buy. Well, they come in bundles of 20 for half a gold. Oh no, that's not even half a gold piece. That's 0.05.
Don't look at the price. Just look at how many arrows you want to get.
I'm just assuming a price so I can get roughly ballpark of how much I can get away with. Somewhere in the ballpark of as many as I could carry, probably a few hundred.
Oh, do we need that many arrows?
I mean, it is a dragon.
Like 400 or 500 arrows, and then I don't have to buy them for a long time.
I'll make you this deal.
Yep.
We'll say spend 100 gold now,
And I never have to buy
and
arrows
you
again.
never have to buy arrows again.
Bet. I will buy 100 gold worth of arrows.
Okay. And that's... You have successfully cleaned out Jodworm of all of its arrows. Jodworm has exactly 0
Jesus.
arrows, except for the ones that the guards have.
Ugh.
So I really hope winged kobolds don't come to fight them.
Ah, the guards have arrows.
They have
This
about
didn't
30 each.
prove. Assistants didn't prove that effective in fighting.
You sure? It's not like arrows are hard to make. I'm sure they can make more.
Cleaned out Jordan of arrows.
Yes.
So,
You
I could-
saw a guard walking to his station and went, "You, can I have your arrows?" Like you were on the hunt for arrows.
Just imagine you just like walking into the barracks while everybody's like on break. Like they all just look over at you, and just without a word, you just whip out your bag of holding and suck up all their arrows like fucking Kirby.
walk out, flick an arrow to a gold coin to him.
Don't say anything, and they're just still staring at you. They don't know what to say.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
But to make a reference to that,
All right. We could mix several doses. I have about 20 doses of ice tongues would be an effective one, and the same in Rock's Kick.
Oh, yes, Rock's Kick. That's good too. How much of these do you have anyway?
20 of each.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
So,
I mean,
Feloran,
we can try to paralyze it.
do you feel like
Yeah, that's what we were talking
or at
about.
least trying to roll 20 D20 advantage ice tongues to make poison to slow?
Do we want to slow it or?
Well, I
Paralyze
figured we
it.
could we could do it up to 40 times for both Rock Kick for 1d4 damage or slow it for potentially movement speed, slowing it, or paralyzing it.
Is it what I see in the chat? Was it 3 doses are for paralyze?
3 doses to paralyze, yes.
And you said you had
Minimum.
what, 20?
Also, would this work on a dragon? 1, they are very big. 2, white dragons are quote unquote hardy. So
I would expect a very little chance of this succeeding.
Look, I don't
It
know
might-
why
if
you're
we hit it with a
focusing
lot-
on that.
What was that?
I don't know why you're focusing on them being hardy. It just seems unnecessary.
It seems very necessary, so I don't waste poison.
Does hardy mean that they're tough or that they just have a lot of health?
I imagine extremely healthy.
We got a buff ass
sti-
dragon on our
tough
hands.
sti-
I mean, like, if we like coat enough arrows with the crap and then hit them all, then hopefully it'll be enough to at least slow it.
Hopefully.
Even if it's like
Alright,
this
so-
full paralyzing stuff, like it'd probably, like, worst case scenario, it'd probably slow it, and that's better than nothing.
So, how many of these are we making? Doses?
Could just turn them all into poison.
Yeah, can we make like a large batch of poison?
What kind?
Well, let's start with the ice tongues.
Okay.
Okay, while you do this, I'll be right back.
How would you break down batching?
Are you trying to make multiple batches of paralyzing
I would be
poisons?
imagining I'm trying to make at least 16 doses worth, probably in a large batch to guarantee an overall
Well,
better chance of...
You have to combine doses to get the paralyzing effect.
Yes.
So, if you do 16 doses, that would be 16 slows.
Are you
Unless
saying that
you
I
mean-
could... Are you saying that I can, like, concentrate them into 3 for 1?
So, you have to...
I understand.
Would you let me explain?
Yep.
Okay. You have to spend 3 of those doses on one poison to make it paralyze.
Okay.
That still counts as only one poison, though.
Okay. Then... I could make, theoretically, up to...
So you could make
6
6 paralyzed poisons, or
Yeah.
you could concentrate it even more. You can put more doses in it, but
for a higher chance of success.
yeah, higher chance of success.
Alright, I'm gonna say... Let's go for 6 doses of full-out paralyzing.
Good idea.
Alright.
Sometimes
just roll-
quantity,
Alchemist supplies with advantage 6 times?
or would that be Poisoner's Kit?
Are you doing 6 doses of paralyzed then?
Yes.
Okay, it would be a poisonous kit.
Would he be able to assist me with his alchemy knowledge?
I will say yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Then I'm going to go into my one character sheet here. Where is the Poisoner's Kit? There it is. And that is intelligence based?
Yes.
Alright, so that should be 1. Oh wait, I get advantage, don't I?
Yeah, so just roll another one plain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay. And then, yep, go ahead.
Damn. Oh.
Fuck you!
Stop.
Alright,
You're
so
so
there is
focused.
6.
Okay. You get 3 paralyzing poisons,
Okay.
1 paralyzing poison asterisk,
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Hold tight. I gotta go down here and type something then. Alright.
and the 3 paralyzing poisons, 1 paralyzing poison asterisk, and then the 2 that were 14s are not
are we-
potent enough.
Yeah. Alright. Do they have like a slowdown effect yet, or are they just
Now
wasted batch?
it's a wasted batch.
So paralyzing poison asterisk. And
Pretty
then
much, if you'd like to know, the DC on that one instead of 15 is 17.
Hmm.
yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Alright.
Because natural fucking 20, all of you guys, always, only, that's all you ever roll, is a natural 20 or 19 or like a 2. You never even get 1s, you always get 2s.
I mean, technically, he only got 1 natural 20 there.
Yeah. But like,
And it's
I
Lance.
got a lot else over 20.
That's
though.
just because you're Lance, though.
So I mean, I'm not gonna fault him. That's true. Are we? So can you do the same thing and concentrate the Rock's Kick?
Yes. So Rock's Kick, however many doses you use in one poison, that's how
Is
much
that?
yeah, it just adds up.
So I could theoretically make it 20 to 1.
Yes.
But if you fail that one, you fail with all of it.
Yes.
And poison is half damage if they succeed the DC.
Maybe. Different poisons do different things. And
I
you,
consult the group.
and you did
do
not
you
ask about this one.
I consult the group. I could make a potentially extremely lethal poison, but it would take up my entire supply of Rock's Kick. I say, looking over to my companion.
I guess
You should attempt to make 4 poisons like as strong as you can make them. So like what is 20? So 5 doses each.
I was
4
gonna say make
doses
like
worth
210.
5.
210, that could work too. Though it
I
might
can-
be a bit more risky.
I
of
can break
losing
it
this like
down.
that.
I can do 1 massive dose. I could do 4 quarter doses of what I have, or have it and get 2 powerful doses as well. Opinions?
Well, I would say the powerful doses, hoping that you don't miss, would be better.
Plus, considering. Mm,
The likelihood of me missing is low.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
feel.
Feloran, do you have any melee weapons that you would be using?
No. I've mostly given up with the melee weapons.
So, perhaps put it into quarters. 1 for me, 1 for Turmyr, and then 2 for your arrows.
If you live through the beast and it tries to capture you, drink it.
that
Although, actually, wait, Zach, would I
would be a
able to
waste of a
use-
poison.
Would I be able to use poison on the bullets of the gun?
No,
Poison
they would
bullets.
move too fast, I would say.
All right. It was just curious. So then, no, I have nothing though.
Alright, so I'm going to make 4 doses of 5. Well, 4 potions with 5 doses each.
Okay. So, this is where we move out from alchemical. This is straight poison, so you cannot get advantage on these.
Okay.
I will say if Felon was still helping, you could theoretically lower the DC.
I'll still help then, yeah.
Okay. But
I'll
it
try.
won't be
Alrighty.
advantage.
Here goes a 1.
Okay.
Here goes a 2.
Okay.
Here goes a 3.
Okay.
Here goes a 4.
Okay.
Is that better, Zach?
Yes,
Are
I'm
you happy now?
significantly more happier.
I cannot hear any of you because it's like lagging.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You have a single dose of
Damn.
poison for 5d4 damage.
Who should get it?
I will make it count if I shoot it. If you'd
I'm
like.
sure you will.
I
It
mean,
might be better for either Turmyr or myself to do it. Since if we miss with a melee attack, we can just attack again. We don't gotta go fishing for the ammunition.
Fair.
Turmyr, would you like it?
Yeah, I do think that it would be better for a sure hit.
You could always pass it to each other if one of you need it in the middle of it. Or decide now. Which of you has the most potent weapon that it would make the most damage with?
I would suggest I take it, but I don't have any charges on my sword at the moment. And I could go hunting rats or something, but I don't think those would give it any charges. I assume it's gotta be a person or a significantly strong beast.
yeah, it has to be. I have a CR set for it that it has to beat. So,
And players of a certain level automatically RCR considered?
Players are, yes.
Okay.
Players are very specific.
Yeah.
But I will.
Well, I'm not
also-
going to be stabbing any of you with it just for charges.
You also have to kill. You can't just stab.
Yeah, exactly.
What challenge rating are common people?
Oh my god.
I suppose this is a valid point, Feloran.
I will also say
It's not, but
that you have to apply the poison to the weapon. You can't just like smash it onto the weapon and then hit with it.
Swing, yeah.
Yeah. So it does take an action to apply it technically.
Yeah, so we're just going to apply it before we go in to kill it then, I guess.
I wanted you to say so that like you didn't like let's
Try and
say
smack it in the middle of a fight.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like somebody had it and was like, "Oh, I'm going to use it now and hit." Like no, that's not how that works.
As imagine it's like applying it like one of those resins from Dark Souls. So rub it on the sword in the middle of the fight.
He made a Dark Souls reference. Are you happy, Jagger?
I give him the 1 poison worth 5d4 damage. How about it, Thaurok?
Oh no, Turmyr. Turmyr's
Tur-
getting it.
Yes, I will take
Ow.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, Turmyr.
Perhaps if I get some charges on my sword on the way somehow, perhaps I'll
I
take it.
suppose poison is useful to you as well, although I didn't think it was your type of weapon.
Thaurok, I'll say, well, whatever, never mind. But I will say, Brian, that one of my viewers is very happy that you mentioned Dark Souls because he loves
Oh.
Dark Souls.
Guys.
Gonna dung bomb this bitch.
You have that down then?
That I have the poison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I can get rid of that and I don't have to worry about misinterpreting that.
Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to do before setting off on your journey?
Well, 2 things. One, I would like to head back to what's her face and just see if she's got any anything that provides resistance to cold, and 2, if they have anything similar to the arrow.
No and
I-
no. He
Figured.
has not
she
been
doesn't
able
have it.
to enchant or do money magical things.
In
She-
the hour since we've been there, she has not enchanted anything.
She
Shut.
can offer 2 healing potions. of
What kind?
Standard quality.
How much?
50 gold each.
Sure. I'll take this.
Alright.
Standard healing potion. How much do those do?
2d4 plus 2. I don't know why I can't remember that all of a sudden.
And I am straight out of Rock's Kick. That's unfortunate.
Wait, why am I, oh god, fucking damn it, man.
And the local apothecary burned down too.
Don't worry about it. That's a Thaurok specific one. Fear not. I have a martial heavy 2-handed ranged weapon with almost 600 feet of range.
I think I'll also give her just 200 gold to help get her shop back up and running properly. Just
sure,
if
sir?
she argues, sure. Just say like we can consider it a down payment on my next purchase. Just use it well in the meantime.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And how much does the poison do for damage? I forgot to write that down.
5d4.
Oh, my.
A force damage. Correct?
Of poison damage.
Wait, what?
Oh. I have it written down here that it Rock's Kick causes force damage.
How would a poison cause force damage?
Don't ask
So it's-
me. That's
I
what
think force damage is considered like just pure magical damage. Like I don't know. Like it's probably not what you're thinking. Like you're probably thinking bludgeoning, maybe. I don't know how it works.
Rock's Kick is poison.
Okay.
Strong, it'll slap your grandma.
Mhm.
I was talking to you about a different poison I have that can deal force damage.
Ooh.
This is not that.
Okay, I misinterpreted that as the rocks kick then. My apologies.
You're good. You're good. No, I understand. I think what I was saying was he knows of a rare poison that can do that.
Okay.
But he did not have any with him, so that might be on me.
Did you want to try and make some Earth's Heart potions before we go as well?
We could. I have 48 of it. 48 doses laying around if you would like to. Feloran.
Sure. Always good to have some kind of healing stuff around.
So once again, you can concentrate these, if you'd like.
Well, I have
Try.
48. That means it can be divided by 6, right? 8 times. So you could theoretically make 8 times or 6 times concentrated, or 6 8 times concentrated, which is superior healing.
I'd say let's go for 6.
Okay.
6.
That's the flat D4, just to let you know. It's not
Not
it
a
doesn't
plus
add up.
anything.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, but I mean, still.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know. But yeah, if you'd like to, go
Alright,
ahead and
which one
make
of
your
us?
roll.
So we can make 6 8 times.
Is this my turn with the alchemist supplies?
And I will
Probably
assist you.
it's.
Yeah, this would come back into your expertise.
Alright, and advantage still?
If Lance is helping you.
Happily.
Alright, and we're making 6 of them, right?
Yep.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You have 5.
Nice.
Very nice.
So we have 5 superior
Oh,
healing
no, I'm
potions.
sorry. You have 4.
Oh,
Aw.
Should we do it one per person then?
yeah.
Sure.
So you each have a Earth's Heart potion. Or,
So that's like, what was it? 8d4?
64.
64, right?
No.
No, it's 8.
It's 8.
Right,
Wait.
right, because.
Oh, 40. Yes. 84. Sorry,
No worries.
too many numbers are in my head.
We get it,
That's
dude.
what
Don't you worry.
happens
Yeah.
when I do this. And Feloran does this.
That was the same reason I was like, oh, you have 5 potions. And I was like, no, you have 4. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
So the DC was what, 18?
Yes, DC was 18.
Okay.
I figured.
Okay, I guess a real quick thing that, of course, I need to do is when we were, I guess, back at her shop, I want to show her my the rod with the 4 rings on it and ask if she knows anything about it.
Nope.
Fuck. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. I had
I
to do
swear
it.
to God, Zach just put this in as a gag to see how long we would
Yeah.
spend trying to find out what the fuck it is.
I don't do that. All of my stuff does
I
things in
figure-
my world.
But I figured that you wouldn't actually do it. I'm just messing around. It's a funny thought, though.
Yeah, trust me, I was tempted to, and then I thought, let me be clear, that was the original intention of this item. It was just going to be a rod with nothing, and then I heard about this item that, like, what this actually is, and I was like, oh shit.
Have you yet to try attuning to it, Feloran?
Oh, he's tried
He's
multiple
tried
times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
That's fun.
By the way, I'd like to thank Brady. Forgot to do this at the beginning of the stream. Thanks for keeping the name Macro. Really helps my brain.
Hey, that's a good name. I didn't know it had a name.
So, yeah, that was the other thing. I came up with a name for it while I was typing up the paragraph because I was like, I should finally name this little fuck. And I had the name Marco, but then Zach misread it and said, "Oh yeah, Macro is a good name." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? That is a good name. I'll keep that."
He messaged me, "Did you read Macro?" And I was like, "Ah, shit, I misread it, didn't I?"
I also didn't know it was an owl. I just thought it was a normal bird. So
Yeah, I always pictured it as like a mechanical sort of clockwork owl-looking thing.
Clockwork owls are even cooler than clockwork birds. Alright, so is that all our preparations done?
I believe so, unless
That's-
anyone
that's-
has anything else.
That's everything on my list.
I'm set. I have got everything I can think of.
Okay. In which case, here's what we will do. You guys are level 11.
Mm-hmm.
Any random Sith that is going to attack you will not harm you enough that we need to do.
Unfortunate.
Wait, is this
Could
We
we
need to do,
perhaps
like-
use it to roll to see if I get any charges on the sword?
So,
That
what
would
we're
be
going to do is, Thaurok, roll a d10.
Yay!
This is going to be how many charges you have on the sword.
Fuck.
Roll another d10. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
What?
That's
Yes.
that's decent enough.
That's
I'll accept it.
You know what?
I'll accept
You
it.
know what? I'll be a kind, ever-loving DM. You have 3.
Thank you.
That's better
this-
than he could have rolled.
If this is a fucking 3, I'm gonna lose it.
Thank you, God.
Actually, yeah, you have 3. You had to use 1 charge during the fight because you wanted to test it out.
Mm.
Now, is anybody going to look into the paradox during this time?
I'm gonna give it one go.
One go.
You really?
How much time do we have to look
You
into
have
this?
6 days.
Do you really want to do this before we fight a dragon?
What's the worst it could do?
Kill you.
me?
Yes. Fuck.
Yes.
I feel like we're about to
Funny
see
guy.
what's the worst that can happen.
Oh,
Are
God.
we?
Hold on.
Did you say you were gonna do it, or should
Yeah,
we
yeah,
fucking
he said
worry?
he was doing it
I-
once.
I don't know if I said I was letting anybody though. Fuck.
Well,
Mm,
look, it's
mm.
happening whether you allow it or not.
Session whatever. Feloran fucking dies.
Okay,
Ugh.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Brady,
Yes.
you look around as this pure... Oh, actually, let's do this first. Who wants to explain what the paradox is?
Have we not done this for the people yet?
We have not done this for the people yet.
No, that was.
Well, you see, Thaurok used to have these great items called the Unstoppable Force, which was a hammer that was really freaking good and did extra damage to structures and such, and a shield called the Immovable Object, which kept him from being pushed around and stuff. When slammed together, they fused into this thing called the Parabox, which is essentially you roll a D100 and whatever horrible things the DM has come up with will happen depending on the number. Of course, he is ever so benevolent, so I'm certain that there are not so many terrible things. I'm sure they're lovely, and whatever Feloran just rolled is going to be lovely.
So, Feloran.
Did I mention lovely?
Feloran,
Yes.
you see this bright white flash, and everyone else notices, Feloran's eyes, like, almost start glowing. And Feloran, you look about for just a moment, and you see kind of like this weird, like, concave, like, formless shape above you.
Is it fucking Azathoth?
What?
None of you see this.
Yeah.
He's the only one that sees this.
Feloran, are your eyes all right? I have a spoon.
I feel I feel all right. What it?
And
You said it was.
you kind of like you take a minute to focus and you realize, wait, I can't, like, you're kind of focusing in and out of, like, your perspectives, and you go, I can't see that if I focus, like, in one perspective. So that's invisible, and you can see it.
Oh shit! Does he have permanent true sight or
How
something?
high up is it?
It's about 20 feet up. No,
Should
it's
I
about
shoot
10
it?
feet up.
What'd
It's
you
about
say
10
it
feet
is?
up. It's just like this. It's like a concave, just rounded thing. You can't even really tell.
I guess I'm just gonna cast fly on myself to
Okay.
go up and look at it.
As you start moving up, it also begins moving up
What do you see up there, bud?
at the same rate that you're
I'm
moving.
not sure. It's something though.
it's consistently 10 feet above you.
Does some
At this point, yeah, I don't use this much, but I want to pull out my spear and kind of throw it up at it.
Okay. You throw it, and it just passes right through.
Oh.
And at this point, I'd say about a minute passes, and your eyes stop that kind of glow, and you don't see anything again. You're just flying up in the air.
Well, I guess I'll go back down to the ground.
Interesting.
Feloran, have you been sleeping all right?
You really think so? I looked into the parabox. Is this something? Is seeing something invisible really that big of a surprise?
Is that what you were saying? I don't know. I just saw you fly into the air and start throwing spears. I didn't know what you were doing.
At that, I'm going to take a gander in.
Fuck's sake.
Okay,
Okay.
roll a d100. 14. Okay, roll 5d6 for me.
Oh, jeez.
Bye,
Everyone can, like-
Feloran. Did it roll? Yeah, it rolled.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay.
It's a lot of fives.
And 4s. I didn't roll anything below a 4.
So, at this point, you were all drinking a little bit in the night. And, you all kind of had, like, a small buzz on you. Lance, as you look into the parabox, you no longer feel that buzz.
I immediately go, hey, Thaurok. I'll give you a chance
no.
to redeem yourself for the other night. What
If
do you
you're
say we go
fucking
one
with
more
me,
round
I'll
before
fuck
we
you
leave?
up. Deal, let's do it.
Oh no.
I shan't be bested a second time.
Okay, Lance wins. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
No!
It does not matter.
No!
He's immune to the effects of alcohol for 23 days.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That could be a blessing and a curse.
Yes, it could be.
He's immune
Okay.
to the effects of alcohol for 23 days.
Okay, now I want to touch it. I want to use it.
Okay,
Oh,
roll a d100.
Oh, no.
Can't. You mess with the
Oh.
power of the gods.
Straight 50.
oh
Roll
boy.
a d4 for me.
That's not happy sounding, is it?
So for 3 minutes, you guys watch as, Turmyr's looking into this thing. And all of a sudden, Turmyr just becomes giant. He is considered huge. And for 3 minutes, and then after 3 minutes, he shrinks back down.
Huge quest over.
Before he shrinks back down, I go, how's the weather up there?
I
Stop!
You,
You stop taking everything that I'm supposed to be! I'm supposed to be tall, strong, and good at drinking! Stop it!
I didn't even hear what he says because every time someone says something important, it
Fuck,
just the
I
mic
just
cuts
gave
out.
you an inspiration.
Thank you.
So, after a while of this, because how long does it take to get unattuned to something?
Instant. You can do that instantly.
Okay, and it takes an hour to become attuned.
Yes.
So I want to reattune to the glasses of see invisibility,
Okay.
and just see if I can see that thing above still.
You do.
Oh, what the fuck? Does anybody have any rope I could borrow quick?
I
Sure.
do, but not
I
for you.
I just throw him my pile of rope about 50 feet.
Okay.
I'll try to like throw it over it.
Thaurok,
Catches
you do know how to
right through
tie
it.
the right knot.
God damn
Open
it.
your mouth. I need to make sure you've been swallowing it. I don't believe you.
I'll keep
I
going
don't
if
like,
you'd
I
like.
don't like that.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm really sorry, but this is hilarious.
This is amazing.
Ugh.
I gotta do something real quick.
Yeah.
Can I cast? I want to cast a detect magic.
Okay.
Just-
You sense
This
a
thing is-
magical presence coming from it.
this is fucking annoying. It's like there is something above us. It's.
I
there's
immediately
nothing
jump at it.
above- What?
I jump at where I think it is, which is a random
It's
direction.
about 10 feet directly above me.
Roll an athletics check to not to
Would that be a
Thaurok.
disadvantage because he just lost a
Yes,
drinking
with
contest?
disadvantage.
Intoxicated.
Don't jump in the fire, please.
Not one.
Don't tell me what to do. 18, no,
He
16.
gets
Yeah.
pretty good height, but
Yeah.
you know, that's all.
It's 10 feet up.
Be that furry boy.
So if I stand up, it's within range of me making a melee weapon attack.
No,
But I'm 7 feet tall, and if it's 10 feet, oh no, it's 10 feet above
Yes.
like of gap.
correct.
So if I was sitting on the ground, it might be like 12 feet up.
Yes, potentially.
Lay down.
Says lay
Wait, what if-
down with a sword in
what
his hand.
What if you just climb up a tree?
There are no
I
trees.
said
You guys are
lay
in the
down.
middle of a desert.
Oh, we're in the middle of the desert. Okay.
I pick
Then,
up Lance and
Oh.
put him on my shoulders.
Can I pick up Thaurok and put him on my shoulders?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
I'll try to direct them. To...
Why don't we put the drunken Goliath on the ground level?
Oh,
Roll a d20 for me, Thaurok.
Who?
Thaurok.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. You keep your balance.
Yes. I am the best athlete.
I need
Can't
one
keep me
moment.
down.
I didn't mean to hit that.
Around this time, Feloran, you watch as it just kind of out of existence. It just plops out of existence.
It just disappears.
Just disappears.
I'll sit up, take the glasses off, and just. All right, it disappeared. You guys can stop this.
I just want to look at him and say, please help me. I don't know how to get down.
It's at this point that Thaurok just goes toppling off.
No.
Lance, you take 1 point of falling damage.
You sprained your ankle.
And, yeah.
All right, let's not look into this box and relax for the next few days.
I'll look into the box whenever I wanna.
Well, you can only do it once a day.
I'm
Whenever I wanna, once a day.
Whenever I want to. Per day.
The gods can't tell me what to do once a day.
Except yours.
Yes.
Okay. So, continuing on. Are we doing anything else throughout this journey?
Other than blacking out, I don't think so.
Okay.
Getting blackout drunk.
In which case,
Still blackout.
you all approach Stringbury. The last day of the journey, you're heading towards it. And this is now much more grassland, it's not desert. And you see, like, almost this fine line of where the grass goes from, like, vibrant green to, like, a very duller green.
I am very sorry. I had to go grab leftovers.
That
It's
kind
alright.
of, it kind of circles, like, where you're riding in. And it's just significantly duller. And as you get closer, it's less green and more white. And off in the distance, you can all make out tents throughout the horizon. clustered relatively close to. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I don't know why I keep doing this. Clustered relatively close together. Out in the distance. What would you like to do?
I couldn't hear any of that.
Awesome.
There's tents. Do we go towards the tents?
Yeah. Turmyr, do you recognize this place?
This is very close to Tringri, Turmyr, you would know.
Okay, yes, I recognize this grassland.
Should we?
We are
do you know
close
what
to
this-
Tringberry.
Should we go into the tents? Do you think? Is there anybody there?
Only one way to find out.
Good point. Oh,
You want to send me ahead and scout?
Don't talk to me.
Well, we could always try again tonight.
We might as well all just approach as a group and see who's here. If Turmyr's temple was destroyed, it's possible these are people from it.
Okay, then I just want to, like... We're walking towards it, right?
Mm.
Okay, so I want to start walking towards it even more quickly.
You guys are on horseback, so you're riding.
You can't...
Yeah.
The gods can't tell me what to do.
He's walking on horseback.
Yeah, you're
Walk
walking
faster.
on horseback. Yes, confirmed.
Mm.
Oh shit, I'm
17
sorry.
days left.
But anyway, you continue walking,
Mhm.
and you get to the tents, and one of them just kind of goes, "If I were you, travelers, I'd turn back now." Not in a threatening way, more in like a trying to warn you.
God, it seriously is just like glitching out on the worst parts.
You want to leave and rejoin?
Yeah, I'll leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Testing. How's it sounding?
Cut out, but let's just keep going and see what happens.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is this due to the
Yep.
dragon ahead?
Yes. Yes. They
Are
just
your
go quiet after that.
are your people doing all right?
No response.
I just kind of nod my head and turn to Turmyr and gesture him forward.
I literally cannot hear anything that's happening right now.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Okay, wait, what was happening?
He is, Lance is, gesturing for you to come forward, I guess, to talk to these people who've apparently lost their homes from the dragon, I'm guessing.
Okay. So I'm bad at speaking, so I want to try to console them as best as possible.
Okay.
And then I want to ask if there are any other survivors from something of the temple that was here. Left here.
The person you're currently speaking to just kind of goes, "There are many survivors left in the town that have pledged allegiance to the dragon. They are doing their best to open whatever is beneath the temple.
Is this what the dragon is looking for?
I suppose so. The followers of Tyr from the temple have actually vacated, and they're the ones keeping us in. They're the ones making sure that we're safe and keeping us in line for the most part. But there's still about half the town in there, just trying to help the dragon.
Okay.
Do not
Are there
know
any
if
of the
they're alive or dead at this point.
are there any of the members of the temple here that I can speak to?
Yes, and points you off towards this. It's a large. It's a bit larger of a tent, more gray, with a symbol that is. It's kind of like a warhammer, but off the sides of it there are two scales.
Nice.
Is that the symbol that I remember?
Yeah, that's one of the symbols of Tyr.
Oh, scales. I thought you meant like dragon scales.
No. As in
Okay,
like
that
balancing
got me worried.
scales.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna start running towards the tent.
Okay. You get there and you don't see a lot of people you recognize. You see one sorry, I'm trying to remember the word. One acolyte that you met before you had left. That is Edward. You never got his last name. It wasn't incredibly important to him, you gathered. But Edward just kind of says, it's Turmyr. Yes?
How do you fare, Edward?
We've seen better days. Is this your party? He, just to give you a little bit of setting, because I realized I completely skipped that, but I said it in my head. He's kind of standing, like, out front of the tent. Kind of, like, keeping an eye on everything. So, that's the only person you see right now.
Yes, these are my party. I've been traveling with them for some time now.
You trust them?
With my life on several occasions.
Okay, then. You're gonna want to head in here, then. And he just kind of opens one of the tent's flaps for you to head in.
Alright, I'll give him a nod and head in. And then, like, wave the other people to come here.
What race was Edward?
He's a human.
Like,
Yeah, I'll follow inside as well.
so yeah, we'll follow him in.
Okay. So, Turmyr, you walk in, and it's a single simple wooden table with papers and maps just strewn about it. And you don't recognize anyone in there. There's 7 or 8 people, and you don't recognize most of their faces. However, I shouldn't say you don't recognize anyone. You recognize one singular person. Father Statura. Sorry, lisp. I'll put it in. Which is a very elderly.
You just messaged it to me. You didn't send it in the.
Why am I on you? What the fuck? There we go. He's a very elderly elf. And he was one of the mentors of you, Turmyr. And that is the only face that you recognize in this tent. And doing a quick head count, you have 9 acolytes, worshippers, devoted worshippers here. The temple normally had around, the lowest you saw was around 15. The highest you saw was around 40 at a time of devoted worshippers.
I would like to approach him and say, Father Statera, I just heard what happened to our city, and I came as quick as possible.
Oh, Turmyr. I'd been praying that you not return during this time. we are in grave danger. I'd much prefer a son of Tyr to be out safe in the world.
Well, how can I keep the world safe if I can't even keep the temple that I was raised in safe?
I suppose you do have a point. Well, and he is kind of realizing now that you have a party with you and goes, friends of yours, I assume.
Yes. They are here to help as well.
Battle hardened.
You better believe it.
Good. We'll tell you what we know. And he kind of invites you all to come stand around the table with all these maps, and you're looking at it, and it's all just maps of the town. Primarily focusing on the temple. And Father Tur starts and says, okay, Turmyr, the temple that you were raised in, while you spent most of your life there, you did not know all of its secrets as well as it knew yours. There was a underground chamber that was kept very well protected, very well guarded, and very secret. It was not meant to be occupied or intruded upon. We were only meant to guard it. That has been one of our missions from the first day.
Why would a room in the temple be so much more important than the rest of it?
Our plan was, once you came back to us after your travels, you would be able to learn of this, and I suppose you have returned. So it is believed to hold one of Tyr's remnants on this plane. We are to protect it, for a true champion of his is the only one to wield it.
I heard tell of the dragon trying to break into that chamber. Why would the dragon have any use of it?
Well, if it's a god's weapon, he will find a use for it. Dragons are smart. They're incredibly intelligent. I'm sure he has a plan if he is able to get access to this. I'm sure of it. But he's set out on getting such an item. Now, from our understanding, the only way to open this chamber is... And he just kind of looks around and goes, we honestly don't know. We don't know how to get it open. We've never been able to. We are desperately trying to figure out what we can do. And we just do not know how to get this chamber open.
Has anyone been in the chamber before?
Never. Just the antechamber that leads before it. There are two large steel doors that block it. They've never been opened, despite many tries by people believing that the power is meant for them. Now, from what we understand, this dragon has attempted to burrow its way in, and after failing due to magical enchantments placed upon this chamber, has iced the chamber over completely. There's, at its lowest point, there is still 10 feet of ice between the outside and the wall, the outer wall of the chamber. Now, the dragon is also keeping a very close perimeter to the town. If anyone enters the town, it seems to know, and it takes that as a sign of hostility.
And by he just knows, do you mean, does it seem that he is magically made aware, or?
We are unsure. He does sit upon the temple, and the temple is at the center of town. It's possible that he just notices such a thing. However, we are unsure.
From Turmyr's research, I'm sure dragons, even dumb ones, are quite keen-eyed.
From this research, I've spied that white dragons aren't as keen as their brethren.
That doesn't speak much for how. That doesn't say he's lacking.
Yes, for a dragon, being the least intelligent dragon is not. It's not a big step down. They certainly won't be a wild beast, and will have something that somewhat intelligence.
Now, something else to make note. He has destroyed the town. There are but walls left standing. The temple,
Holy shit!
the temple itself is grounded. There is no more temple.
You said there are
Fuck.
people serving the dragon now?
That's what's rumored by some of the other townsfolk. We've seen no evidence of this. However, there does seem to be movement in the town every day that seems to go unpunished.
Do these people, according to from whoever you've heard this from, do they sound like just townsfolk who have, I don't know, given up and turned over to just serving this dragon, or do you think the dragon already had some people with it and they came along?
I believe that they are either trapped there and they are going along with the dragon to keep their lives, or they feel that going along with the dragon for now will empower them at some point.
So you do think it is civilians?
Yes.
That's troubling.
And
I think,
I fear-
we would know like the symbol of the dragon's fang, right?
Yeah.
I want to, I guess, pull out like a piece of paper and on it, like make the symbol of the dragon's fang appear.
Okay.
And just ask them, have you seen this symbol in the town recently before this?
No, it's unfamiliar to me. Why?
We know of a group that may be involved with dragons, and if they may be the ones helping them, if they're not civilians.
Understood.
Of
And
course, it might not be related to the dragon's fang specifically. It could just be related to Sabbath. I believe he mentioned having some part in this whole situation.
Father
Apparently he doesn't like
Statera turns back to Turmyr and goes, it's also important for you to know that the only way that I myself and many of us made it out was with the loss of many of our brothers. They gave their lives. And it was just seeing this dragon to give us the chance to get out.
At this, I just want to cross my arms and do like a deep breathe in and a very slow, angry breathe out.
We lost 14.
Are their bodies still in the temple?
They are either crushed at this point or around the temple frozen as warnings to others.
Wait, sorry, repeat that. I accidentally Fuck my mic.
They are either crushed in the temple, or they are frozen around it as warnings to others.
Well, this dragon sounds like some excellent practice with our new weaponry. But I feel we should also
First.
probably be using some strategy as well.
We have to find a way to get into the city first to use them.
Indeed.
Yeah. What was the? They say what the range on the dragon's senses are?
It's just
Like,
They just
like
say
how far
let's
from
see.
this?
From this they would say about.
Or-
Go ahead.
Like, what are the edge? Like, from the edge of the city to the temple, how far is it?
The temple's dead center of town. Sorry, I'm trying to do math now.
Yeah. I don't-
Let me check one thing before I give you the answer. I just want to make sure that this isn't wrong.
Yeah, no worries.
I'd say this town's a pretty small town. It's not. It's nowhere near the side of Jodorm or Hero City or anything like that. It's a
Is it like bigger than Skits? But-
no, it's actually smaller than Skits. It's a very
Oh.
small town. This is a
Okay.
town. This is a very one-in town. And while Skits is also a one-in town, it would probably be, comparable to it. It's pretty much around a mile in diameter. So about half a
Alright.
mile from the temple.
So we have about half a mile of space until this dragon can see us.
we could directly just rush the temple, but that would probably be a suicide run.
Would you know if this dragon's ability to know extends up or upwards at all?
No, we are unaware.
What about down?
Also unaware, I'm sorry.
Tribe.
I've heard temples tend to have some sort of catacombs oftentimes. Anything like that in this town?
We do have catacombs. They don't leave the town area though. They're not incredibly big. They're mostly just directly under the temple.
Don't suppose they would connect to any, caves in the surrounding area? That'd probably be a bit too convenient for us, but
No, I'm afraid not.
yes, expected as much.
My plan to possibly use fly to get above it wouldn't work either. Even with all my resources, using fly multiple times could only get us a distance of about 2,400 feet.
I know we could cast invisibility, but could we cast something like pass without a trace? Does anyone have that?
I don't have any spells.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah, invisibility.
I don't know.
Real quick. 1 second. Let me look something up.
Thinking.
Oh, okay. Can't. Probably should do
Turmyr.
that.
Yes.
Tyr came to in a dream, yes?
That is correct.
And he said that you were to be his champion, specifically in the fight with Sabbath, but don't suppose that title might have stuck around after the powers, you think?
I do not know.
If, well, they were saying before something about the whatever's being kept in that room being meant for the champion of Turmyr.
Tier.
If you are that champion,
Champion of Turmyr.
fuck, Tier. Sorry, there's a lot of T names. I actually somehow get your name and my name confused, even though one of them is my name.
It's like
Yeah, as I was
twins.
saying,
Hometown
if it is
photo.
meant for the champion of Tier, it might be worth a try to get down there, possibly before we even fight the dragon, if that's possible. But
Well,
I'd just like to point out the blaringly obvious fact he's seen most people going in. I'm sure many people trying to sneak in to the Dragon City are not doing so in full plate, and they've been seen as of yet.
dude, well, I suppose we could always try a distraction, though that would incur great risk for whoever would be volunteering for that duty.
Well,
I mean, what? Distract the dragon to get them away, and then while
Yes.
everyone else goes to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
well, I do
And
have
that would probably only work as well if there's not some sort of magical perimeter letting him know when people are entering the area. No. Hopefully it's just his own senses that he's been relying on.
about the dispelling of the if there is a barrier.
True. Feloran, can you dispel magic?
I can, yes.
And we also have detect magic, of course, so we could check for that at least.
I'm just looking through my spells to see.
It's also worth noting that, just so you guys know, you guys are now, like, standing in snow, and you have been. Like, the ground is covered in, like, a thick layer of snow, maybe 3 to 4 inches of snow.
Oh,
I probably haven't even noticed.
It's,
Is
It
it-
probably won't be great for
Is it
us staying
normally?
hidden.
it's
Is it normally this snowy here, Turmyr?
no, it is not.
No.
Snowy.
Wait, we're standing in snow right now.
And you have been.
What the fuck? I thought we were in a tent. Didn't they clear this out?
No, they did not.
They just built up a tent around snow. Didn't even clear it out.
I mean,
Alright.
you gather that this tent is like a battle for, like, prep tent.
we have access to fire spells and we can't even clear out a tent.
Fine.
If
You have
someone-
access to fire spells, Turmyr. Not all of us do.
No, I was talking about my entire a temple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
have
They
access.
don't
Wait,
all
I-
have fire.
I thought.
You
I mean,
have- remember,
the
you
temple
have a
like
homebrew
can
spell.
have paladins and clerics and stuff, but I imagine most of the people are just normal clergymen. I would
I
imagine,
imagine most of the people who died are the ones who could cast magic.
especially in a small town like this, it's probably mostly healers and such.
Turmyr would know that Father Statera is a well-known healer in the town, and he does have magical abilities, but he has he's advanced magical abilities, but he's not like 20th level or anything. So he's pretty strong, but he's not necessarily
Let's see.
So
Let's look at spell. I could. Some things I have that we could cast on it. I could try to cast reduce on it to make it smaller and easier to deal with.
that would certainly be helpful.
Spell Zill used.
What spell?
The one that bamfed them to I think he said, and I quote, "Bamf them to another world."
I do not
Banish?
have banish.
Yes, that one.
That was
Wait.
Zoe's specialty, unfortunately.
That gives me an wait. Oh no, we can't just teleport directly into the town.
Why would that be?
Don't
Why?
we need like an entryway and an exit to teleport?
No.
Oh shit. Okay, then we could if
Wait, what?
I'm thinking that we could probably just teleport into the town.
How?
I don't know, somehow.
Well, with like
Idea.
a magic circle? Do you know of a magic
Yeah.
circle in there?
That's
Father Satura, you wouldn't happen to know any teleportation magic, would you?
I'm sorry, that is outside of the realm of my expertise.
Zach, do I know if there's a teleportation circle inside the town?
There is not.
Would you know somebody who does have that expertise?
I would honestly be your best bet, son. I'm sorry. We're just not.
That's- That is unfortunate. Well, we could always try the glaringly obvious route.
Running
What?
in.
Stroll right in?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
There's one entrance
Yeah.
into this town, correct? And the rest is surrounded by wall?
No, it's just a open town.
Oh, okay. Well, we could
I
walk right up to the border and wait on our side of the border.
We could get up close, and maybe I could send in the homunculus to check out the city and maybe see just how fast the dragon gets over.
I have a feeling that if we did that, we would perish quickly, as would your homunculus.
That's why I'm
I
saying
might-
we send it, and we stay far back.
Yeah, he can rebuild it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I might need. I'll need to find a crystal to rebuild it, but
Could you cast some sort of like glamour on it? Some sort of illusion to make it look like a normal owl or something?
I don't.
Could we just rub dirt on it?
Card.
Actually, one sec. Can
Remember
I?
that deck I drew things from?
Deck of illusions? Think
Yes,
it was?
That's actually, yeah.
Called? That sounds like a good idea about now.
We could. How
I
does
think that just made like the appearance of some sort of monster on the ground.
exactly? That would be a good distraction.
True.
Distract, bait the dragon to us, destroy the dragon.
Are you able to look through the deck before pulling something, or do you have must it be random?
I think it's random.
Feloran?
Zach?
What?
Yeah, it's random.
Well,
what if we get the dragon to pull from the deck?
What do you mean? Oh,
I
were
don't
you
know.
not here for that? Wait, yeah, you were. It's not actually a deck of many.
Oh
things.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
we could try and get the dragon to stare into the box.
And
You never. Yeah.
and risk it getting a level up or something.
Suppose.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I guess I could change the homunculus's appearance to look like a normal bird. Wait, let me see. Is there a
Call.
the way I'm thinking of doing it is a really fucky way, and I don't know if there's a better way.
Flip the honesty.
It basically would just be to give it an item with alter self on it, and so then it just changes itself into a bird.
That could work. Plus, that way, I figure it could just turn into a normal bird that way, because I assume if it looks like an owl, it might be a bit suspicious to see it around during the day.
And it being made of bronze and
Oh
machinery
yeah,
too.
I figured that like, but I was just thinking for like if we just disguised it as a normal owl, but disguising it as a regular bird would probably be better.
Yeah.
Unless we want to wait for the nighttime just so it's a bit less noticeable and maybe people won't notice it at all. I don't know.
I think we should do it in the day to see just how it reacts to. If
Oh,
it,
right. I meant to mention that we could also probably just also, while we are doing that, we could also use it to scout out, see how many people we are dealing with in the town in general. See if there's any people we should be worried about. See if there's anyone we might need saving who's kept there against their will. Though I unfortunately
Well, we
doubt
can't
anyone like
scout-
that is left.
we can't really scout the town out yet.
The idea is using the bird. Hopefully, just if it gets through the barrier, if there is one, or if there is no such barrier and the dragon is just using its own senses to see what's
Yeah,
coming
that-
in and out of town.
That'll basically be the idea. Is
Yeah.
if it can fly in, and if the dragon straight up just comes and attacks it right away, then we know that it's something magical.
Mm.
But if it's like it takes it a minute to like see it and then come after it, then we know it's just heightened senses.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Might also be a good idea to have it on the outskirts
Hold on
for
a
a bit
second,
just to
damn it.
see what we can see.
Okay.
I suppose the only place to start is by seeing this dragon for ourselves and seeing about how far away it can detect us. If it
Yeah.
only attacks on the boundary of the town, I'd say we probably have a good few feet where there's a good chance of it detecting us but not immediately attacking and killing us.
I would say we stay even further back personally just to be safe, but
Well, if it attacks us and we're only a few feet, it'll probably attack us further. It's just a matter of how far away it notices us.
I was thinking about like half a mile up on top of a hill or something.
Mm,
Yeah, if we can get as far away as possible but still see the town, that would be the best thing, I think.
Mm. Ah, yes. Father, was it? Is that your title, or are you Turmyr's father?
It's but a title.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to interacting with clergy. My apologies. I do not mean any offense in anything I say by accident.
None taken, child.
Excellent. So, how large is this dragon exactly? What stage of its life did it appear to be in?
It is most definitely an
dragon.
adult. It is out of its adolescence.
Well,
How
Could be
far
worse.
adolescence?
Could be worse.
could be worse than being in the prime of his life. Actually, no.
It
no,
could be
because
the
it could
end
be
of his
ancient.
life.
Dragons age like fine wine. Very deadly poisoned and very strong knock you on your ass. Fine wine.
So like milk.
Sure, I suppose. Milk
the longer
for
it
us.
goes, the longer it goes, the more likely it is to kill you.
Fair enough. Ugh.
I feel like the longer it goes, the least likely it is to kill you, but the more capable it is.
Hmm.
At least with the dragon.
Makes
Enough
sense.
metaphors about milk and dragons.
We need dragon milk.
I should hope not. They're reptiles.
See, now you've made me curious.
I have nipples, Jeff. Can you milk me?
Okay. So, shall we head over, see what we can see from afar? Or is there anything else we wanted to
Yeah.
discuss?
I mean, we can't. Like I said, I can't do that disguise plan right now. I'll have to wait until either later or tomorrow.
I'm still on board if we're prepped for combat and ready. But the easiest solution is the most direct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the easiest solution without any information is gonna be
Be
the
to
most
kill
direct to the grave.
And that's why we have you, our paladin friend.
my spells barely work.
And you're close to the source of your god. There's a good chance they will work just as fine.
The entire point is that the source has been destroyed, though.
Yes.
Or at least has a very, very large block on it.
And that's why Feloran is here, is he not?
What?
You're supposed to revive us if one of these folks gets murdered.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Father. Did I mention that my spells have been acting up?
You had not mentioned such. However, I'm sorry to hear that. It appears to be the same case for me.
Well, that
So
makes
it seems
this
just-
a lot more difficult.
Seems just being here won't help us. I still think, personally, it might be our best bet to attempt to sneak into the temple somehow and hopefully unlock this room. Perhaps Turmyr will see what's going on and see that it's a good time to open it up.
Because say,
Fingers
yo,
crossed.
cheer, what's poppin'?
He could attempt.
My dude.
My dude!
Do you think negotiating with a dragon would work?
No.
Not this kind.
Not a
I
white
think
dragon.
there's an extremely low chance of it working, but there is the potential for it.
I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead.
If all else
This-
fails, we can try.
From what I've heard, chromatic dragons are assholes.
I feel most
This is
dragons
not
are-
a chromatic. Wait. Oh wait, this is Cro-Magnet. Yeah. What's the other kind?
Metallic.
Metallic.
Okay, metallic.
If only we could have been dealing with a gold compatriot.
I'm sure we could find someone wearing gold around here.
Wrong kind of gold
What?
and wrong person.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I believe it's the silver ones that are most similar to white dragons, but
Semantics. Let us begin looking for this high ground to scout from.
indeed. Onward. Do.
Yeah. Is there a place like that we can go to get a good view of the city, but from a safe distance?
Not really.
Yeah, as I figured.
To
I'm
the
assuming
border
it's like.
of town.
Is it like relatively all flat land?
Yes.
To the border of town, my compatriots.
Yeah. Let's not go there either.
Well, we don't cross the border. We walk until the dragon starts coming our way, and then we
So
turn
yeah,
tail and
you
run.
you do that, and we'll stay half a mile back.
Can
We
you-
walk
how-
until we see the dragon. Or the town. Whichever one's bigger.
We pop our head out. Hey, look, this is town.
Hey, look, there's a dragon.
Yeah.
We're done here.
All right, so we get like a half mile from town.
That would be ideal.
Zach,
Okay.
what do I see half a mile from town?
Make a perception check.
Pretty shitty, but all right.
A lot of snow, some ruined buildings. You see a few small shapes running about, but nothing that stands out to you.
Small because of the distance, or small like I can tell they're actually small.
Small because of the distance.
Ah. And this is all deep snow going there.
Yes.
Well, I make my armor white,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, all right, follow about 50 paces behind me. If you hear a dragon, run.
Yes, Lance, I was just thinking. If you are so insistent to go into the town, we could, of course, have you do some scouting. But you could turn into a wolf. They might not care, really, if you're just a wolf searching around.
My transformation, especially not one that is practical, is not a full wolf. It's more of a werewolf.
Oh, right. I forgot that that's
I
just a
could
flavor thing. Sorry.
I could at least turn you invisible to see if that would help.
I kind of look at him with this like dumbfounded expression, before scooping up a handful of snow into a snowball and chucking it at him.
I don't care. Just like, all right, do you want the invisibility or not? You want to go face this dragon yourself?
I don't think it matters much, my friend who loves the cold. It's cold. It's wet. And it's deep snow. I don't think it'll matter. We'll see me coming either way. It's just a matter of if it takes action.
All right. Good luck.
Remember, follow a little bit behind me. And with that, I kind of start moving forward. I'm not like trying to. make
Wait,
myself
are we
a
not
target.
going with the homunculus plan first to test it?
God damn it.
I just kind of start moving forward, relatively low to the ground, but not anything crazy. And I'm going very slowly and kind of keeping my eyes peeled to see, and ears peeled to see if I hear anything. Or
I turn to
notice
Thaurok. I turn to Thaurok and say, I don't think we're going with the homunculus plan.
And I feel like it would be so simple. I mean, I'm as excited to fight this thing as the next guy. Don't get me wrong, but
No,
When I
I
hear-
agree.
When I hear this banter over my shoulder,
No, you're 50 paces ahead of them.
well, I figured this was as I was leaving.
probably I don't know.
Yeah, this is like.
I'm not
as
like
they
it's
go.
not like I'm trying to keep it from you, but
Okay, then yeah. You hear them.
do you want to? What do you are going to agree with us, or are you just gonna fucking stick out your tongue and be an asshole?
No, I agree with you.
So you wanna send the owl up first, or?
Does it matter, the owl or me? I mean,
One
be more
one
than
is
the
a
owl.
bit more expendable than the other.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I
The
don't
owl
wanna
is more
lose this
useful.
thing.
Oh, you're adorable, Lance. Shut the fuck up, Feloran, if you would.
And with that, I kind of
What?
like crouch down and wait.
Send up your owl. Do your.
I just said I
mystical-
can't do that today.
Ah,
Do you just want
Yeah.
to send
Right,
a
right,
homunculus? I mean,
but can you just send it up in the air and take a look see at the town? You don't even have to go in.
No, I can't see through it.
You can't.
No.
Yes. Oh.
no,
I
I
can just
suppose
tell
it
it-
matters.
Oh.
I can just tell it to
Okay,
go
that
out.
explains why. Okay, yeah. Never mind then.
Shall I keep going?
I don't know. Do
Might as well.
we want to wait until night to do the spell or whatever and test the waters safely?
I don't think he can see through it, even if the homunculus.
No,
like,
it doesn't need to be the seeing anymore. Now we just need to see
That-
if there's a magical perimeter or
Yeah,
not.
that's more along the lines of, does it attack right away, or is it magic, or just it that it sees things?
Do you have a magic to detect magic with? Available?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we
I
could just detect magic.
could do detect Yeah, I could detect magic if
How far away can it detect it?
I think it's
30 feet?
30 feet. So
Either way, we must get closer.
all right, yeah,
Perhaps you
I'll-
could turn
let's go.
invisible and then just activate detect magics and just like see if you can detect it as you get closer and closer. Is that how the
Nice.
detect magic works? Does
no,
it
because
work
they're
for a
both
while?
concentration.
My friends, as I said before, the snow will give our position away. This is a beast most likely made for these conditions if this is a new addition to the land. I don't think invisibility will help us with this much snow.
It'll be better. It would be better than nothing, but then again,
I feel it would waste Feloran's magical potential
Yeah,
for the
it'd be
eh?
day.
a waste.
all right. Well then, I suppose you're the sneakiest. If you think that you can get away in time if you are detected,
Oh, I know
I'll
I'm
trust you.
relatively quick enough, but if it's flying, it won't matter for any of us.
All right then.
Zach, with the spell storing ring,
Yes.
can I cast the spell into that at any time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can cast two charges of detect magic into the ring for you, and then you can go up and find
you
out
would
yourself.
have to attune to it.
Shit,
Don't
that's
have
right.
the room to attune to it at this
Shit.
point.
Never
that
mind
needs
then.
attunement
I'll still-
too. Jesus, everything needs fucking attunement.
I'll
Yes.
go up still.
Am I still taking lead?
Yes.
Alright. I'm kind of just edging my way forward and continually looking to see if I can catch sight or sound of anything that's living and isn't just a snowy waste.
Okay, make a perception check.
At this point, I'll activate detect magic now
Okay.
as we're walking towards it.
Okay.
16?
There's not much that you notice. You can still see the figures off in the distance, but nothing specific that you can really see.
How far off, like, the edge of town am I?
I will say you are, if I could remember the information that I needed right now, that would be really helpful. I'll say you're about 1,000 feet away from town.
I would like to just keep my ear out for the flapping of wings.
Okay.
I'm going
And
up another 250 feet.
Okay. What were you saying, Turmyr?
I would like to keep an eye to the sky.
Okay. Both of you feel free to make perception checks then.
Chile.
Shalom.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck.
You do not
I am
hear
blind.
anything, you do not see anything.
Of course.
I am blind.
Do I notice anything new another 250 feet closer?
Roll a perception check.
You realize this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I know.
Did you realize that was going to happen?
Only cares. You don't notice anything else.
Yeah, I'm still way too
Sure.
far off. Alright, I'm gonna close the
'Cause
distance.
let me remind you, you started a mile away from the temple.
Half a mile. Oh, wait, no.
A
it's-
mile.
Right, yeah. Half a mile from the
Oh, you're
town.
still-
Yes.
Alright,
Jesus.
I'm gonna move up to 500 feet and do the same thing. Keep my eyes peeled.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm not gonna... Before I roll, is there any way I notice anything
So-
new?
Roll a
Just tell me
perception
now.
check. Roll a
Oh,
perception
God.
check.
No. Short
Do not-
answer.
You do not notice anything new.
250?
Roll a perception check.
This is why scouting sucks. Should have chosen a different career, Mom.
As you get closer, what you thought was a very large snowbank or hill or something, more towards the center of town, you now see it slightly moving. Almost like in the formation of it breathing. It
Right.
rises and falls slowly.
Time to go to a buck 25.
Okay. Perception check.
It's not bad.
Nothing new.
Alright, screw it. We're going up to 50 feet
Okay.
off of the edge of town.
Roll a perception check and roll a stealth check for me.
Stealth.
With disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage?
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll a second and do it that way.
Okay, that works.
20?
You're kind of keeping an eye on this shape now. As you approach the edge of town, you watch as it begins to rustle, and its head, comes up, looks about, and is looking almost directly in your general area.
Okay.
Hit the deck.
I'm just staying still.
Okay.
How far
Mm.
behind me would I have or know our compatriots to be?
You wanted them 50 paces behind you, so that would be about, I'll say that that's about 50 feet.
I was gonna say, pace is usually like, what is it? Right, left, right, when your
Yeah.
right foot hits the ground the second time.
Yes.
So that's your pace is about your step is about your body
We're
length. or
gonna go
pace
with
is
about 50 feet.
Fine, I was gonna say math.
No, unnecessary.
Okay. I'm just watching this thing.
People have different gaits.
Yeah.
And you watch as its eyes kind of sharpen, and you just see these. You thought that you were already looking at its teeth. No, you watch as its lips kind of curl, and you see like these razor sharp teeth go into almost a grin,
Oh no.
and its wings begin beating.
Oh boy.
Hunt afoot, my friends.
Well, here's that chase it was looking for, I'm guessing.
And
Fuck.
it,
What are we gonna do?
it starts flying towards you. Not rapidly, but it is getting closer.
I rise. I turn. I run.
Okay,
I just start, not really bolting, but just kind of doing like a steady jog. I could keep going for a while.
okay, I'll say roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Triple disadvantage or just single
Just
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
Triple disadvantage.
That is a thing.
Oh my god.
How does a 22 sound?
Well, hold on, give me a second. I'm checking something now. Actually, yeah. You watch as I'll say, your compatriots now see this large white flying shape in the sky, coming almost straight for you all. And you watch as Lance turns and begins running. And you can see it said something. You can't really tell what it said though. And it just went back towards the temple. Still looking at you all now.
As
But
I get.
Oh wait, so it sees all of us, just
Yes.
not just Lance?
it
Fuck.
currently sees all of you.
Shit.
Alright, so we found the border, and I'm guessing it's probably magical. So I'm guessing there's like a trail in the snow.
Yes. That's all
Feloran?
snow works.
Yeah, could I sort of follow the trail, stopping a bit before where he was, but with the tech magic still up?
You make a stealth check. Actually, no. You're just so you know, before you say this, you're walking up towards this border, and the dragon is still looking at you. Like its gaze has
Yeah.
not left you.
Yeah, as figured.
You gotta continue
I'll walk
up.
up a bit slower. I mean, because I don't need to get as close as him. I
Okay.
can be 30 feet away, so I don't have to get right up to
Well,
it.
he was 50 feet away when this all
Yes.
happened.
I mean, I can be 30 feet away from where he was.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. You get to that, and it's 50 away from the town edge, just to clarify.
Yeah, so I'd be like 80 feet from the town edge.
So you get to that point, you don't sense any magic.
Alright, then I'll come back to the. Whereas I think it might just be. I think the dragon can just naturally sense people being this close to it.
Hmm.
I guess it considers this whole town then his home. I guess you would consider it a lair. Turmyr, what did you read of the lair of the white dragon?
Nothing.
Me, you took the book, right? So,
I don't think I took the book. Did I take the book?
Oh.
He didn't say he took the book,
Yeah,
I
well,
did not take the book.
so it can only be assumed that he did not take the book.
We have approximately 50 feet off the edge of town before it notices us and immediately tries to kill us. It knows exactly where we are currently.
but it also seems to not care if we leave the area. It'll just go back to its watch.
So, We can probably instigate a fight on our own term, or we can hope it goes out hunting and that we are not the prey.
It'd probably have its lackeys bring it something when it gets hungry, I'd expect. Or
That
just
is
eat them.
if it isn't just eating them. Do we strike swiftly and now? We did not have the advantage of stealth to begin with, since it would have known when we got there. Do we try
Well-
to strike now or bait it towards the edge of its home?
So that depends what we want to do. Do we want to fight a head on, or do we want to try and get into the temple first? Hopefully, maybe somehow reconnect Turmyr with his magic and open up that room with whatever's inside, and perhaps that would give us a better advantage over it. Or
That is a good plan.
Feloran, are your spells prepared for a fight?
Not at the moment. I don't think fighting now is a good idea. I think whatever we do, we should wait till tomorrow.
Turmyr, beseech your god tonight for help to reclaim his temple ground and sacred artifact. That is our only hope. We will not be able to approach closer than I reached, especially not with you two gentlemen in your
If
exquisite armor.
I have an
Maybe-
idea, but it would involve splitting the party.
That's the
Same.
first mistake we would make.
Yeah.
Split the party.
we,
Split up.
my
we will
thought
die.
was
The party.
myself, maybe possibly myself and Turmyr could go to the temple if you two, Lance and Thaurok, make a distraction.
That
the other
was
side of
exactly the
town.
plan I was going to say.
Yeah.
My worry is that if it sensed us at this distance, it will sense others closer just the same. We would have to try
Yes,
to bait
but-
it out of its home and hope it
Exactly.
doesn't return.
That's what I was thinking.
That's-
We would, one of us would approach closest first, then possibly use the deck to make us seem like a good enough threat. That if they enter from another direction afterwards, it might just think
And
to ignore them. Hopefully,
I
deal with
doubt
us.
that would
How-
work.
how far? You said it's half a mile from the outside to the temple.
Yes.
We were
If
half a
it's-
mile plus 50 when it started coming our way.
So that's 2,690 feet.
I mean, even if it does sense that they have come into the territory and would then go to head them off whilst we are then trying to distract it anyway,
Hey guys,
I would. Yeah.
can I ask where's this conversation taking place?
I figured we were walking back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we
getting
can't
the
make
hell
an
out.
attack today, especially with him not preparing spells.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, the dragon still just keeping its eye on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but can it
Turmyr,
hear
what
us?
is your movement speed?
I believe it's 30.
Same.
40.
Yeah, 30.
Okay.
So then even I have a theory that while it would sense people approaching and then entering its territory or whatever, it probably cannot sense where they are like after they have entered. I expect that it would only be able to sense
So-
that they have entered and from what direction.
I believe
With
that would be
my-
a foolish assumption to make.
With my plan, me and Turmyr could get to the temple in about 5 minutes time.
If we approach from opposite directions of the town, and you guys are then particularly stealthy once you are within the perimeter, even if it does come back to try and get you, it might not be able to find you. And not to mention, if we are on the complete opposite side of town, it would take it longer to get over, if
Exactly,
only by a
that's-
little.
That's what I
But
was
it doesn't
thinking.
have to get all the way over to the other side. It just has to get back to the center to cut them off.
Suppose, but
That's us. If you two, maybe with your deck, with the deck of illusions, can keep it busy as long as you can.
You said it started flying towards me, right?
Slowly.
About slowly?
Yes.
About how fast was it slowly flying towards me?
You don't know.
Yeah.
Can I make a best guess?
No. You don't
Dude.
fly?
I don't fly, but I can guess based off
I do.
how quickly it's trying to kill me. God. My whole job is guessing how fast shit's moving and where it is.
I've flown before. Can I guess?
Sure, mate. Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Actually, yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
Uh,
It's like you said it took. You said it's half a mile from there to there. So judging by how long it took for it to get there,
maybe like 20 feet per round.
20 feet. So its flying speed was 20 feet. So yeah, we'd be
The
much
flying
faster.
we witnessed was 20 feet. Keep in
That's
mind
true.
that
Yeah.
what appeared to be a slow, jaunty pace. Assume minimum of double that, if not more.
Well, if I can get the haste spell on both of us, we can move at 60 feet, 10 feet a second.
Plus dash
Would be-
actions.
That is true too. Dash actually. Wait.
That
would
would
have
be
to go
very
to the
ideal.
back, get into the vault, and we can get in to
Actually,
you
yeah, I didn't.
before it kills us.
I did not even consider the dash action, so it would actually only take us about 2.5 minutes to get to the temple.
Here's the question. You get into the temple, then what? I'm pretty sure Father
shit.
said it was encased in ice, so you'd have to melt the ice as well, which would take...
We have plenty of fire. Although, damn.
You have fire, but do you have the time to use it?
I mean, I do have fire magic, so
Your god is
Turmyr.
answering.
That's what we were talking about.
Turmyr, do you have possibly? Would you be free to taking my spell storing ring? The spell haste is only a target of a willing creature. Can I cast it on myself?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Fuck it then. It's when they don't say like self, it's really weird. I'm not.
Perhaps we could store some fireballs in the ring of spell storing. Is that something we could do? Then it might allow us to use
Yeah,
it quicker.
actually.
And
I would
Actually,
just
yeah,
like to
without-
say that the chat is roasting you guys for planning so much.
well, you mean
Welcome to
we
our
do this
fucking
every
sessions.
time.
I
And
know,
guess
but
what?
it's really
Every
funny.
single
I
time
know,
we
but
have
it's
planned.
really funny.
Every time
want
we
to
have
see
planned,
it.
Zach then complains at the end of it about how we like subverted everything and how we are the best ever.
Alright,
Oh,
here's
So
the deal.
suck my
If we-
dick.
What level is fireball again?
3.
level
Third.
3.
So I
Could
think
have a
you
fifth
could
level fireball.
you could store one fireball in my ring of spell storing.
At 5th level.
Yeah, I don't have
can
fifth
you
level.
cast it? Exactly, yeah.
Here's the first question. Do you think if we split the party, any small single group of 2 people, illusion or no, has the strength to fight and drive off a dragon?
no.
We don't need to. We would just need to escape. The idea is that you and I would just be staying on the edge of town.
Until what? Yeah, but how is the group in the center getting out?
They wouldn't be, I
We-
suppose. They would
well,
be
like I
going
said,
in.
we
attempting
run
to-
really fast. If we
And
You don't
we're,
have
we're,
that-
we're honestly we're just hoping whatever's in the temple will give us a slight advantage.
But that's not a guarantee.
It's not, and if
But we
it
won't
doesn't
know
work
until we
out,
try.
then we'll just be doing what we would be doing anyway and fighting it head on.
But we'll be fighting it separately head on, at least for some time.
well, we can have we'll do a signal where if
You
the
won't be-
dragon does take off towards the center of town.
Here's the next question. He destroyed the temple with the vault in the basement. Where did all the debris go?
Just over top of it. It's also frozen, but that's what fireball's for.
But then you have to melt the ice. Hopefully the fireball's enough to melt enough ice quickly.
I have like 3 more
Dig through the
fireballs.
debris.
Look,
Melt the
it's
vault.
it's not an excellent plan,
Dude,
But-
especially compared to most of our other
Yeah,
plans.
that's a
But I can't think of anything.
yeah. I feel like we're not gonna get anything better than this.
I have a better plan.
Well,
the
then
plan?
fucking shoot,
What
my
the
dude.
fuck?
4 of us just fight the damn dragon head
No,
on.
that's
No.
not.
No,
that's
That's such a
terrible.
shitty
Yeah.
idea.
Oh.
I'm fairly certain this is the only chance we have.
That
I
is
want-
why what I've said is that if the dragon comes and we have to fight it, then we'll
We're
send
too
out, like,
far
this-
away to help you. We have a
Then
max.
just change
I
the-
have a max move speed of 40. He has a max move speed of 30.
Perhaps you could give
That's true.
us the Ring of Haste, or the Ring of Spell Storing with haste in it.
Then how
So
are they
that
getting
if-
to the center
No.
without getting caught off
The
guard?
idea would be that, like, your idea is that they won't have enough time to do this.
The whole
right?
premise is
But that is,
someone
of course,
somewhere
assuming
is
that it
have
will
enough
go
time.
back. Look, the entire thing is assuming that the dragon will go back to head them off. If the
Let's-
dragon does that, and then we just use haste to get to them anyway, because you think that they wouldn't have enough time to get in anyway, then we would be just doing it your plan. If it doesn't
you-
work.
Hold up. We split the party. We're a half mile to the center, so we're a mile apart. We go in, so we're exactly 1/2 mile from the center. The dragon comes to us to try and kill us. They have to use 2 haste spell slots, which is 2nd level.
No, they wouldn't be using any haste spell slots. Well, I suppose they could, but
But then how are they getting to the center, assuming the dragons go back, or how are they getting through the ice to the vault and to us before we die?
we can leave at any time.
That's what I say. You guys
But
just
then the
throw out
dragon's gonna
some-
go back to the center.
Yes.
We don't know that though.
If
Well,
we-
it will. It will.
Assuming
But
the dragon sticks to what it just did, it goes back to center. If it doesn't track us down to kill us,
at that point,
because
I
we
assume
will
that
be attacking
Feloran
it.
can just use like some sort of like basic cantrip to make his homunculus glow and then send it up as a signal.
Wait,
That's what I
Zach.
would
I
think.
don't like this plan at all of splitting
Yes.
the party. The first,
Your plan
does-
is no better.
We always split the party though.
but we didn't during
Zach,
the here fight,
Zach.
and we almost lost Turmyr
Yes.
instantly.
Lance.
Sorry,
Zach,
which fight?
But here,
Big
Can I
ear?
please speak?
yes,
Yes.
Nope, not allowed. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. Would Turmyr know of any like back streets or whatever to take a shortcut into the temple, or to the temple?
No, this is a pretty small town, so it's really the direct route is the best route.
All right.
And I'd just like to say, Duck926 has suggested, do a 1v1 quickscope battle, against the dragon.
Duck,
Oh, bro.
Why didn't we think of that?
If so, that could be an idea if you want to pursue that.
There's a desert right over there. Rust can't be far behind.
Okay, so if we're splitting the party, I'm fairly certain we're losing at least 1 or 2 people, especially with both of our revivifies going to the same place. Both to the heart of the problem. Assuming Turmyr can even cast Revivify.
The idea is that like, if we have a spell storing ring with haste, if they see that the dragon is coming for them and they can't get in time, they can then also use their haste to come to us, and then
Then
we
here's the question:
go with
Well,
the
how are they
dragon.
casting
We're-
2 hastes? Because
Yeah,
they
we
would both
can't.
need
And we'll all be
haste.
together.
If we all go
Just can
together,
only
it's
I
gonna
can
be
only
a
cast
head.
haste.
Hello?
Yep.
Let's see. Well, because haste is concentration, so I
That's
can
what I
only.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you, Brian.
Oh wait.
1 second.
Oh. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yep.
Okay,
go.
my mic came out apparently.
Yeah,
As I was saying, just don't die, Fivehead.
I mean, we do have a whole bunch of potions, so.
yeah, but not enough to revive you from near dead to fighting shape.
Sure we do. I think. Also, I have cure wounds on my sword as well.
No, you do not have that still.
No.
Yeah, you put it back on, remember, Feloran? I asked if you could, like,
Yeah.
after
Oh,
what's it disappeared. And then you said, yeah, I could do it, and then you did.
I think I did it after. Like I said, I was going to do it after the festival.
Oh, well then do it now.
It needs a long rest.
Yeah.
And we do it long rest.
Yeah,
Here's-
I can. Exactly, I can do it after a long rest.
Yeah,
Here's
then we
the
can
more
store
problem.
all the spells, get all the spells we need to prepared.
Here's the root of the problem.
What is it?
We simply don't. We are not fast enough to either make it to center and get there and melt the ice before the dragon, or for them to get to the center, open it, get to us before the dragon kills us. Because I guarantee you, if we start attacking this dragon, it is going to want to murder us. And if there's only 2 of us, it has a good shot of doing that.
You just
So
run.
You just put down the
True, we could
Like
just
a
leave
bunch
the
of-
illusions, and then
just put down a bunch of illusions, and you guys hide
You
the
realize-
hell out of there.
You saw how fast we saw through that, right?
yeah, but it needs to fly over first.
It just needs to breathe on them.
Yeah. The things could be resistant to cold. It doesn't know.
But if
The
it
book said
breathes
it
on
wasn't quite as smart.
And yeah, but that's still assuming that it's like a rock
The
versus
party is
common
level 11.
sense, basic intelligence. Oh god, I do
will
not
say
like the
it's
idea of
a
splitting
good
the party.
thing
I
that they're
think the only
planning
genuine
because,
chance we have is all
They
4 of
are
us
technically
taking it
2 levels
together,
lower.
baiting it to the edge of
than
the lair
what's
and doing as
recommended
much
for
damage
a,
as we can,
Uh,
and then just killing it as we
for
go
a
if it
4-person
retreats.
party against
Nah.
Yeah, but that sounds like
dragon.
shit, though. I don't like that plan.
It doesn't sound as pretty, but I
Honestly, it's
fairly
it
certain
act-
it's more
honestly
effective.
part of my deal. It sounds really boring.
But here's the deal: boring means you're alive.
Lance,
Yeah,
you
but
are
I
the
don't
only
care
one
about
here.
that, though.
You are the only one here opposing to this other plan.
He's got valid points, though.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say you just make him look into the power box and hope.
yeah.
I'm
Look at the
on
pair
board
box.
with that.
Come on, do it. Why don't we all sit back, relax, and look into the pair box?
How about we go reforge those swords? That's something we could do.
No,
Yeah,
let's look at
I'm
the pair box.
assuming
I'm
that
on
they are
board with that
back
idea,
at their
'cause it would
camp by
probably
now,
give
so
us
the
another
dragon would have
spellcaster
eyes
from
off of
the
them.
Magic Key weapon description.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I want the tier shit.
Unless he's changed it.
Hey, people, listen to your
Yeah.
god.
You're
Yeah.
done.
I would just like to inform you that by now it is back, that you are all back at the camp.
Yeah.
Okay, just to let you all know. You are back there. You are not, like,
Walking.
still walking.
I figured.
Just to let you
Yes.
know.
I want to ask if Father Statira has any, like, you've seen this thing? Do you have any advice or ideas on how we could potentially kill it?
Well, it's gonna be difficult to kill it if it's in the air. So I would say do your best to keep it on the ground.
I'm guessing it won't fit in my
And-
net.
Does anyone have Dragon Rend?
Oh, the fucking shout.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you? Okay, this is a potential we could do is outside of the, like, its area or on the border. I could use, like, me and the homunculus. We could set up a couple glyphs of warding tomorrow, and then the next day, if we could lead it over to the glyphs, so that when it flies within, like, the radius of them, it explodes.
can they
and-
be put on small round objects?
I could put them on anything. They would just have to stay in that spot.
Oh, right. So it wouldn't work on a projectile then.
No.
Well, we could fill a bag of holding with them. Of small round objects, say 1,000 ball bearings.
You
Do
and
what
your
with them?
When the dragon comes, I suicide pact with it and dump them all.
That's not how. Because with the
But if-
glyph of warding, it has to be, like, on a fixed location.
The ball is a fixed location. Not in space and time, but the ball is a fixed location for the warding to be on.
Yeah, what do you say about that, Zach? No.
I'm gonna
'Cause
smack Mike the next time I see him.
Because I have a good point.
No, because
not,
you're,
no.
you're trying to go around the things.
That's
The
fair.
actual rule is that it has to be within 10 feet of where it was originally casted.
Okay. Yeah, that's a problem.
So, you could have a bag of ball bearings there that we, like, I could spend the next month going back and forth, making 3 of them a day. And then all at once
I'm gonna
just
go
pour
get
them
a
out.
piece of pie. I'll be right back.
Oh god.
Yeah, that shoots that idea. That's why I said a bag of holding, 'cause technically it's a pocket dimension, but if it has to be within 10 feet, that would
I'm
probably
gonna
really...
argue that a pocket dimension is further than 10 feet.
That's what I was saying, yeah. Because it's a pocket dimension, it probably would count as infinitely more.
Yes.
But so maybe what we can do is hold off on our attack plans another day. Tomorrow
Go fix
I
the sword.
can. Tomorrow I can go to the spot where you two are planning your attack, and put down at least.
Question. We
What?
haven't even decided if we need to split the party. If you're sure on that point, like, we have to split the party and try to get to this mystical artifact that we have no guarantee will even work for us, or do enough to kill a dragon instantly.
Considering that
I'm
Tyr
fine.
literally came to him in a dream and is like, "Yeah, you're my bestest bro."
Then
I think we're good.
here's my thing. Why doesn't he beseech his god tonight over the long rest? We wake up at the crack of acid dawn tomorrow, get a long rest, so we all get max health, you get your spell slots back, store whatever haste you want, because haste is a good spell, fireball is a good spell, that kind of stuff. And he prays to his god over a long rest that, hey, we need to take this dragon out to try and save your temple, or the ruins of your temple, and recover your artifact, and ensure its safety. Lend me your strength for but one day. Is that a plan we can at least agree on to start this course of
Could
action?
try that.
Yeah, that definitely is an excellent idea.
Okay.
You did help us once, though. I believe his influence in this realm is a bit strained at the moment. So
Doesn't have to be. As
I know.
powerful
I'm
as
just
it
I'm just
has to
saying we
be
should
so much.
temper our expectations.
You guys
I'm
talking about
just
Tyr
saying.
without me?
Yes.
Yes.
I
We're
just
suggesting
imagine-
that you
I
attempt
just
to
imagine that, like, Turmyr went out of the tent for, 5 minutes, and that's when you all start talking about Tyr, and then he came back in, and that's when you all stopped talking about Tyr. Like, that's kind of a coincidence.
We are
I
thinking
really-
that you should attempt to beseech Tyr somehow tonight in your
We're
dreams.
taking a
or-
long rest
however.
overnight because it's too late to truly attack and kill a dragon. It's gonna be dark and we're gonna lose sight of it.
I
Before
really
we can
missed
kill
the
it.
conversation about my favorite topic.
we need you to pray for everything you're worth to your god that he can give you access to all of your magic uninhibited. And then I guarantee you if we have that, we can take this thing head on and kill it to save your temple.
Or if he
Alright.
knows anything about how to get to this vault easier, that would be great as well.
Or, yes, on the other hand, if he can get us to the vault without the dragon knowing we're there, that would work too, because we're gonna have to fight one in or out either way.
Yeah, just as Tyr, if you can just dimension door us there, that'd be great.
That would be pretty
great.
great. All right, long rest time. Everyone happy
Yeah,
with
I'll
that?
pray.
So,
All right. Oh god, we needed that.
Okay.
Why don't we
What
ask
the
chat
fuck?
for clues?
Because Chad
I don't
can't
want to
help.
know what Chet's saying.
Exactly.
Chat knows a lot more than you guys.
I
they
know.
want us
right?
to
Yeah.
party wipe. I know how Twitch chat works.
DPK time.
Anyway. So you all go to take your long rest. Is anything being cast into the Ring of Spell Storing?
I think I'm
Level
gonna
fireball.
cast. That's not. You can't do that.
Can
Why
you-
not?
Do you have
We don't-
haste
we don't have a
repairs to
fifth
cast
level.
it?
We don't have 5th level fireball.
Do you have a fireball?
Yeah,
Why don't you upcast fireball to 5th level?
because I only have up
Oh
to
my
level 3
fucking God.
spells.
Okay, that's my problem.
You have a party of half casters.
You're right. You're right.
Why don't you just do it? Fucking
Yeah.
I'm not even a half
Rogue.
caster yet.
yeah, exactly. Sit down.
Guys, it's okay. I multi-class into wizard. It's fine.
I think, well, tomorrow... Because, wait, the Ring of Spell Storing, I can do that. I have to actually, like, cast the spell, right?
Yes.
I believe the idea is that you would be doing it tonight so that you don't waste a spell slot tomorrow.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I guess I'll... So are we going to do any kind of plan tomorrow, or are we okay with possibly the Glyph of Warding stuff?
Well, at that point, that's all we have to go off of. So we're gonna pray
Let
tonight.
me.
go
I
from there
suppose it
tomorrow.
depends somewhat on what we hear from Tyr.
I
Yeah.
guess I'll just, for tonight, I'll put Haste and a Flaming Sphere.
Okay. Gotcha. So,
Let's pray.
who's all playing to Tia?
I am.
I'll try. Thaurok's definitely trying.
Okay. Thaurok, what are you trying to pray to Tia for?
I am hoping that we can,
Dimension door.
if we can get an easy way into that vault, that would be swell.
Okay. Anyone else trying to pray to Tia?
Yeah, hi.
Besides you, I know you praying to Tia too.
I'm always praying to
I
Tyr.
Yeah, Tia, you're trying
Please.
to be Tia's best bud again. You're trying to get that best friend level back.
Yep.
I have my own plan on how to do this.
Is anyone else praying to Tia or no? Just those
Yes.
two.
I
I won't
I
pray to Tyr, but...
Okay.
I want to be invited back to Tyr's birthday parties.
Lance, are you praying or no?
I am.
Okay. What are you praying for?
I pray to the god Tyr. You are the god of justice, and fight war if need be. I seek just war against the Dragon's Fang, and your champion may be the way to do that. Allow us to seek vengeance upon this dragon who destroyed your temple, so that we may seek our own vengeance and achieve justice.
Okay, the three
There.
people that are praying to Tia roll religion checks.
I thought that you were just gonna end it at Tyr, the Lord of Justice, and fight. And I thought that was really funny. I don't know why.
I almost rolled a 2,
Uh,
but that works.
Wait, do I have to roll 2?
Yes?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
apparently, Thaurok doesn't know how to pray and is just like doing a meditation pose or something.
You didn't end with the proper ritualistic ending, which is of course, and yeah, if you could really help, that would be great.
Hmm.
He's
obviously.
just doing a bunch of flexing, hoping Tyr will notice.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, look, I got scales, you got scales, let's work something out, huh?
P.S. Love you, XOXO.
Oh my god. Lance, as you sleep, nothing comes to your dreams. Nor you, Thaurok, but you were not very confident in it happening anyway.
You get a "You tried" sticker.
Yeah. Turmyr, as you sleep, you have a restless night. And you see the steady hand of Tyr reaching out, attempting to make contact with you, possibly. And
I shall reach out towards him as well.
as you reach out, your hands are but inches away from each other. And contact is not made.
Oh! I did a really long no.
Wait,
And
didn't Feloran say he was too?
he's playing Tom, but leave that don't count.
Yeah.
Uh,
I said just not to Tyr, yeah.
and that is all, that is your only dream in that night.
I'm sad now.
Shit.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Fuck!
Fuck.
Because
Dude.
I don't know how late you all want to go.
I'm fine with whatever.
24-hour session.
Yep, all day. I have until 2 p.m. tomorrow. Let's go. Actually, I have like 1 p.m., but
But I'm assuming that we don't want to go too much later than our normal time. I mean, if we want to keep going, we can. That's up to you guys, but...
And I feel like it'd be like, I feel like we can't just like finish this arc in one night, and that's like as good a stopping point as we're gonna get for a while.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
feel like the next thing that you're about to do is this dragon fight. Like, you might plan a little bit
Pretty
more,
much.
but the next thing that's going to happen is the dragon fight, and that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
So I kind of assumed that.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, we can spend even like I guess out of session now just talking about a better plan
Mm.
from what we know already.
But yeah, this plan went shitward
I don't
because
know.
of the whole tier not being able to contact tier thing. I mean, I got a 22. This must be like a big thing.
well, yeah.
Just like it'd be one thing if we didn't decide to contact him or try to, but just the fact that we tried and that you rolled so high and that we didn't get anything, it really makes us feel
We don't
alone.
know we didn't get
Ugh.
anything.
Well,
We just didn't get full
Gives us
contact.
a real sense of impending doom.
let me make this clear. There is a divine gate between the gods and this material plane
I
that you
know.
are on. It takes energy for them to even give powers away.
Mhm.
You know, for paladins and clerics. For them to do something like that, it takes a lot of their strength.
Yeah, I figure he's not ignoring us on purpose, but it just
Oh, of course
it's
it's not.
like it's very
Damn it, Thaurok. If you weren't trying to flex on the god, we would have gotten it.
I didn't try to do anything. I did my best at prayer. I'm a good boy.
It's how I pray to my gods. Why are you all
Yeah.
so different?
Yeah, it feels like when we've brought up Tyr, it's like, oh yeah, we can talk to him in dreams. This is a good source of hope, and then it was just immediately taken away. That's always fun though. I love it. I love impending doom.
Zach, did what I say mean anything?
No.
I figured.
You all needed to roll like a natural 20 for anything to have happened.
Yeah.
It's two followers of people that aren't Tyr praying to Tyr all of a sudden to be like, yo, come help me out.
We
So
are
that's how
in a
that would've-
camp. We're
so
in a
that's how that
camp
would've
full of
went.
tier worshippers. We could have like asked them to help.
Just
I really
all
don't
come together,
follow one
sing
god,
the
that's
Grinch
thing.
Whoville song. Well, how does it go? It's like,
Dahoo,
Dore,
Dahoo,
Dore. Yeah.
And then it just trails off into Sylvester Stallone territory.
Maybe it would thaw the cold dragon's heart. It would grow a
Oh, I
couple
thought you were
sizes, maybe.
I mean,
I
fuck with
thought you
God
were
of
gonna say it
Vengeance,
was
that's
gonna saw this godly gate in half. Oh yeah,
Oh god.
Tyr!
You
We
tried.
will take these gates and we will break them. We
Uh,
So, yeah, that was tonight's session, everyone.
fun times.
Yep.
Thank you to everyone that came out to watch. Love you all. You're all great. I don't know why you stayed at all. I hope you enjoyed it though. And if you want to see them try to fight a dragon, it's most likely, depending on if they plan or not, again for the entire session.
Yeah, let's try to do some planning like outside the session so we can
Hmm.
just get to it.
We always say that we're gonna do that, and then we never do.
So if you want to see them actually fight the dragon, I know I was saying it was this week. Apparently, it's gonna be next week.
You actually thought we'd get to that this week?
Hello.
Yeah.
There
I
it
didn't
is.
think you guys would plan this much.
People in the stream.
I
You
thought
did?
you would have learned by now.
To the people in the stream, I was all for bum rushing a dragon.
So,
Remember back in Nemesis where we came up with a plan and then like 7 backup plans?
Yep.
Wait, did people
Fight-
like join the stream that weren't originally part of it?
yes.
Fuck yeah!
So shout out to all of you. Big love. Love you so much. Really appreciate you
Echo,
being here. Thanks for coming out. And remember that D&D, it's all about how the dice fall.
Hey,
Have a good one.
outro.
Poggers in the chat.